Welcome to the Blue Lounge. Welcome to the stream. How are you all doing? How are you all doing? What a day it has been. Actually not what a day. What a couple of days it has been. What a couple of days to end this transfer window. What a fantastic evening. What a fantastic evening. Big up to everyone. Thank you for joining the stream. I'm not sure what Enoch is laughing about. Maybe the music's not his taste. Blue Clouds, welcome to the stream. Always good to have you. Bob, nice to see you. Ryan, big up to you. Big up to everyone. Big up to Bobby. Bobby Smoke Signals, welcome to the stream. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Sorry, I got a mouthful of food. You got me.
Munch it. I'll give you a couple of minutes. While I introduce the stream to the people. I'll give you a couple of minutes, man.
Sure.
Listen, guys. Gabriel, Abdul, welcome. Always good to have you guys. Gabriel, a new emoji just for you. Saul is now one of the emojis. Abdul B, welcome. Listen, people, today we will be discussing the transfer window up until the end of the window. We will be live until 11, we'll go past the 11 p.m. when the window officially closes here in the UK. We will continue streaming up until then. We're going to have a long night. So people, go grab a snack, go grab a drink, grab something. Before you do though, just hit that like button before you go and grab something. Hit that like button because to get people in here, you man's got to do me the honor of smashing that like button. Then people will come in. YouTube will start promoting it. Faldiaso, welcome to the stream. Always good to see you, my man. Zaidi, welcome to the stream. Welcome everyone. Big up to you. Enoch, I know you were just messing. Man. Welcome, Enoch. Welcome to the stream. Listen, guys, we're going to be talking about this transfer window from the Chelsea point of view. We'll also be talking about other things regarding this transfer window. But what I want you guys to do is keep an eye out on Twitter, because I'm looking on Twitter, because there may still be a couple of things happening. A couple of people going, one player coming in. Saul has officially concluded the deal to come to Chelsea. Officially. All right. Now, I want to explain something to you people about the Saul deal because, I've been looking at Twitter and people think it's already completed. It's not completed as of yet. You see, the way the transfer window works, for the last day, you are permitted to submit your paperwork up until 11 p.m. tonight. The paperwork does not have to be completed by 11 p.m. tonight, but it has to be submitted by 11 p.m. tonight. So, for example, if he still has to do a medical, he can do the medical tomorrow, but he has to submit the paperwork tonight. So Chelsea and Sevilla. So Chelsea and Atletico Madrid have to have confirmed the deal, agreed the deal, and they've submitted the paperwork saying that this deal is completed. Now, there might be little bits and bobs, a couple of loose ends that need to be finalized. That can be done after. But the deal has to be concluded by 11 p.m. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the deal doesn't have to be, everything needs to be done. No. But it needs to be officially submitted as a concluded deal between the two clubs. Terms have been agreed. And that has happened. That has been done. The deal is, there's conflicting reports. Some say 4 million, some say 5 million signing on fee. Okay, so the loan deal is for either 4 million euros or 5 million euros as a sign-on fee for the loan. And again, there is reports saying 39 million euro buy option. Chelsea can buy him for 39 million euros at the end of his loan deal. And it's an option. It's an option for Chelsea to do. We don't have to buy him. If we want to buy him, we can buy him. Now, I'm going to do something. It might be a little bit of a risk because it might get this video demonetized. But in a few moments, after I introduce everyone, I'm going to show you a 2-minute video of Saul and some of his attributes. Because a lot of people don't know much about Saul. I've watched Saul. I've watched him. I'm not an expert on him, but I've watched him. Okay, and I've always been interested and keen on him coming to Chelsea, even on a loan. And we've talked about why it would be a good idea. But the thing is this, Saul is a box-to-box. Saul is not a traditional holding midfielder. And we're going to be talking about what Saul brings to Chelsea Football Club. Because in my opinion, Saul is more of an Essien than a Mekelele, if you know what I mean. But we'll talk about that with the panel. I'm seeing all the madam jumping in. I want to say big up to DJ Sav, Max, Eric, and Boogeyman. How you guys doing?
Big up, everyone.
Yeah, all good, thanks. All good.
Brilliant.
I'm good. Thanks, man.
Brilliant. Well, welcome all to the stream. I know Bobby was in a second ago, but he's finishing off his dinner, so we'll give him a couple of minutes. Guys, I want to share with you a 2-minute video. If you just give me a second, I got to find it. I have to find it. Where is it? Is this it? No, that's the 1-minute video. And guys, if you're not following me on Twitter, what are you waiting for? The Blue Lounge on Twitter. Go follow me on Twitter while I try to find this video for you. All right, here it is. Found it. Now, I'm not gonna play the music because I'm not sure if it's copyrighted music. I don't know. So we'll just watch it without the music. And lads, feel free to give me your commentary on this video. How do I get this bigger? Like that. Audio off. All right. There we go. All right, so this is some of his best bits, apparently. Good technique on the ball. Bit of skill there.
That's cover-like, isn't it?
Yeah, very. Good tackle. He's got that on him. And
That's what I love. This is what I love. This is what I love about him.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
None of our 60s or anyone's got back in their locker. And this guy can do it for us. Yeah. And that's not the only one. Obviously, yeah, you're going to see more like that. Yeah.
He's got a mad one where he does a hazard
flex. Dribble.
Yeah.
When he went past two players and then knocked it to the far corner. Yeah.
I'm really keen on this lad. I'm really keen on him. I think he is definitely going to add another dimension to our play.
He's someone different to what we have.
He's not afraid to do that. That's what I'm talking about. He's not afraid to shoot. Yeah. This. I think that might be in it actually. His slalom one. No, this might be it. I don't know.
Good in the air.
Yeah.
What about dead balls?
And he's naturally left-footed.
He's all right.
But
see, I love his shooting, man. The guy's got a goal on him.
Yeah.
This guy's got a goal on him. I think that's it. Yeah. So, people, Saul Niguez, Saul Niguez, a good player, Boogeyman, is it your missus? Boogeyman.
Yeah, family issue, quick family issue, no problem.
You're gonna resolve it and come back. We'll wait for you, man.
Oh, no problem. I'm listening.
You're good. All right, brilliant. Yeah, listen, people. I want to talk about Saul Niguez. I want to talk about Kunde. I want to talk about this transfer window. And I want to talk about Marina Granovskaia. All right, and then we're gonna talk about whatever news that is coming up throughout the day. You guys in the chat, keep giving me them links. DJ Sav, Bobby, everyone here on the panel, even myself. I've got my Twitter feed open. So anything that's going to happen over the next couple of hours, we're going to get it here. We're going to discuss it on the channel. Before we talk about anything else, let's get this Saul business out of the way. Saul, lads, 4 million or 5 million, depending on who you're listening to, signing on free. Option to buy, I think, for 39 million euros at the end of the year, the season. Should we want to keep him? What do you guys think of this deal? And I'm going to start with Max.
It'll help if I come off mute. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. For me, we said that we needed another midfielder, and because we're going to be short on numbers, obviously we know that Kante now gets injured quite often. So with Billy Gilmour going out on loan, that's left us short. For me, Saul is ticks a lot of boxes. What I like about him is because he worked under Simeone, and for me that's a massive thing, because if you look, he's going to be good in and out of possession. With Simeone, what you get is work rate from your boys. You get commitment from your boys, yeah. And so that's what we're going to be getting from this guy. We're going to be, and the ability to shoot from range. If you saw the videos, you saw quite a few shots from range.
Yes.
What midfielders have we got who can shoot from range? And this guy can do it. He scores goals as well. He scores goals. He can defend. We saw a few good tackles there. He carries the ball a little bit like Cover. But I think he's more, and another thing, what you get with a Simeone player, you get somebody who's tactically inept, who's drilled very well. So you'll know, because obviously Simeone's got a lot of attributes similar to what Tuchel has, and how he wants his players to perform. So, coming from the Spanish league, it's going to be a transition. So, if he doesn't hit the ground running, then I don't want people getting on his back, because he may have to get used to the pace of the Premier League. But all in all, I think it's a decent buy for us. So, and again, we're getting him on. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was just about to say. We're getting him on a loan deal, so we can assess it. If it doesn't work out, then he goes back to Spain. It's it's a option rather than an obligation to buy. So then we can see where we're at. If he's an upgrade on Cover, I saw someone say he's an upgrade on Cover. Maybe we keep him, sell Cover next year, and then still get Declan Rice in. If it doesn't work out, then we get Declan Rice, whoever he wants for next season. So it's a win-win for me.
Max, what I was so pleased to read is this guy was pushing for this deal to go through.
Yeah. That's another thing. He wanted
it to happen. Yeah, he wants to play for us.
Yeah.
All right, because a lot of people were talking about him not wanting to come, and not wanting to leave Spain to come to the UK. You see, this is one thing that I find so disgusting, and I'm using this word, disgusting. The fan base, when they don't like a player, they try to make him look bad. He doesn't want to play for Chelsea. I mean, this was happening about Lukaku. He doesn't want to come to Chelsea. He doesn't want to do this. Listen, have you spoken to him? Show me him saying he doesn't want to play for Chelsea. Show me him saying he doesn't want to come to England. Show me. Where'd you get that from?
People can't think for themselves, can they? At the end of the day, they're just spoiled, aren't they? They don't get their own way. They're just trying to make up all sorts of excuses about it. That's why I had to make a video on that yesterday about our fan base and some of the things that happens. It's just ridiculous. I said patience. You just need patience, and we're working on this deal, and it's come off. So yesterday, Marina was the enemy, and today, everyone's loving her again. And
I want to see these people. I want to see these people who are Marina outs. Where are they? Where are they? Marina
I think
outs
we've got
people.
one on
Where
our
are
screen.
you?
Bobby doesn't like her that much, but we'll come to Bobby later.
Bobby has never been a Marina out. Bobby
No,
has
it's
been
not-
a
no,
Marina
no,
critic,
yeah,
but
yeah,
it's never been.
Yeah. But the only
Alex.
red flag, the only red flag I'll have on this deal is the fact that he's dropped off form in the last couple of years, and he was left out of the Spanish side. I'm not sure whether it's because he's just gone a bit stale. He needs a new challenge to reignite his career again.
Nah, he's been played out of position. He's been played as a wing back. He's not been played in his position, and that's why. And that's why he's not been picked on a regular basis for Spain as well. I think coming to Chelsea is a perfect place for him because he's gonna get the chance to. Let me just make cussing because he's gonna get the chance to play in the position that that he's natural at, and that is what I'm looking forward to seeing. Alex, it's been a while, mate. Welcome back to the Blue Lounge. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys? All good?
We're good. We're good, man.
Good, Alex. All good.
Alex, good to see you, man. You're only panelist that is always on my side, so welcome, man.
He's still hungover. I think he's still hungover after Italy. Still celebrating.
Still hungover.
Listen.
Coming on more, man. I've needed a break this summer and just kind of relax.
Alex is becoming like Ross Barkley and Dan Drinkwater. He's always partying and stuff, man. He's never on here discussing stuff.
Well, this weekend was a bit crazy, but it was good. It was good. 22 now, but no, it's good.
Enjoy it.
As you finish uni now,
last man.
No, one more year.
One more year.
Final year this year. So,
good luck with that. Yeah.
Thank you. But yeah, look, man. The one thing I'm the most excited about is that Saul Niguez, he's gonna bring that kind of charisma into the team because he is a Simeone player. Like Simeone coached him from a young age, and he's got that kind of charisma, and he's got the grit of that. He's got that passion in him, and I can tell. And he, the coach of Simeone, the level of Simeone as a coach is very important for me. If a player comes from an important coach, a coach who's got the philosophy of a very defensive style, which is also maybe a good quality to bring into our team because the way that we play. But also, whereas he can also bring some of his defensive style and grit from playing at Atletico Madrid. We've seen many times where that he's also played. He can shoot from outside the box, so he's got a bit of both. And I think Marina has done a brilliant job. I think he's probably the best fourth choice midfielder that we could have in the world, and there's no one who's a better fit for us.
Alex, but is he a fourth choice?
We don't know. But as of now, he is because Kante, Kovačić, and Jorginho are ahead of him just because they play more. But he might not be the fourth choice, but he is as of this moment the fourth choice. And what a luxury to have him as for now the fourth choice.
What a great fourth choice to have. Yeah.
Look, and there's no negatives. Yes, maybe. There's literally no negatives to this deal happening because we know he's on loan. If he doesn't perform, fair enough. We try to see if he worked out, and if it didn't work out, he goes back. It can work out, and we get a great player, just like a couple years ago when Kovačić came down, and then he was brilliant for us, and then we signed him. And how much are we signing for? £35 million for a player of that quality. I think it's great business.
Euros.
Okay, yeah. Euros.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay,
yeah. So
fantastic. There is no negative to this deal, and it's going to create even more competition within the team. Who knows? Kovačić might have to be on his toes. Kante. I think Kante could always get into the team, same as Jorginho, but it's going to be a good battle. And look, we play over 65 games in a season now of the FA Cup, the Capital One Cup, Champions League, and even if you want to go further into the Champions League, we need players of that quality.
Yeah,
I was discussing with some other people should we have brought in a younger midfielder or someone who's less experienced to just kind of be the fourth choice? But no, I don't agree. We need to bring someone who's at the top level. He's 26 years old. Someone who can bring in, if Kovačić is injured, can still get to that level of Kovačić. Bring in a 20-year-old who's maybe like a Tchouaméni, for example, who maybe hasn't played yet at the top level, meaning in the Champions League at the top against the top teams, and in the Premier League to win those kind of big games. So it's all positives for me.
I just gotta say something. I have a lot of respect for a man that knows how to drink his chai, man. Jem, we call that stikan. What do you guys call it?
Chai, Turkish.
No.
Yeah,
The actual glass. We call it stikan. It's like a specific type of glass.
Saying like that, yeah. It's sort of the same meaning, isn't it, with us as well? We don't really have a name for it, really.
Yeah, because you see, drinking it out of that with its own salsa, and it's just you can hear it. You can hear
Turkish tea, man. It's the best. Not beating that.
best, man, best.
Love it.
Jem, welcome to the stream. How are you, my man?
I'm all right. I am. How am I feeling right now? I'm feeling.
You've been busy. I've been seeing you all over the place, man.
Yeah. It's too much. You know what I'm like.
I know.
But yeah, no, it was. It's been. Look, it's better than what I thought it would be 6 or 7 hours ago, right? Because we were being told that Saul Niguez was blocked. Not going to happen. And now here we go. He's a Chelsea player. Am I a little bit annoyed about Jules Koundé? Probably more than many, because I wanted him. I ain't gonna hide it. He was my. I think everyone has a preference of a player they like. Some may like Koundé, some may not. And I wanted him at my football club. I just think that if we don't get him now, we don't get him next season, because I think Real Madrid will want to strengthen in that area, and I think that they'll probably take him along with Mbappe and Haaland, and they'll probably build another Galactico team over there. So I just feel like it was a big opportunity to get him. We have got till 11 o'clock, so anything can happen. But there's been a lot of reports coming out saying that the deal is off for Koundé. And I want to talk about Saul Niguez, because from what we understand, he ain't fully 100% confirmed as a Chelsea player, but he's pretty much there with the whole Fabrizio Romano images and here we goes and whatever else.
Paperwork is yet to be submitted, but we have to 11 o'clock for that. Yeah,
and he'll probably still have to do a medical and stuff as well, won't he, before he actually gets signed off. But he looks like he's going to be a Chelsea player. And when you think about the transfer window overall, you look at the two main areas. Striker was the first, and then strengthening the central midfielder area was the second. As much as I wanted Koundé, I think Saul Niguez makes a lot of sense. He will come in, and I think he will be rotated within the squad. I don't think you'll see him be a starter. However, he does give us options, and he can shoot. We've actually got someone that can actually shoot, because we know Kovačić can't, we know Kante can't, we know Jorginho can't. If he gets into them positions, he's going to take a shot and it will probably be on target, and that's nice. That's a nice option to have. He can also play right wing back. I think he's versatile enough to adapt and play in other elements of the pitch as well. So, overall, it's a good signing. The big question mark for me is what are the wages? What is it that we're bringing him in for, and how much is he going to cost us? Because originally there were talks about Atletico Madrid wanting around 50 million in one season in a loan given to them just for this deal. So there's no way in hell I don't think Chelsea would have agreed that, which just tells me that we must have got him for cheaper than 259,000 sterling, which is what he's on at the moment in Spain. I think Spain is on 300,000 euros a week, which is obviously Spanish tax, isn't it? But it's going to be interesting, mate. I'm looking forward to seeing him, and he brings depth, and that's the most important thing. He brings squad depth, and that's what we needed. I think we're a more complete team with him in it than with him out of it, and that's the way we've got to look at it.
No, you're spot on. You're spot on. And I was just saying, this guy is more like an Essien than a Mikeleli. Someone compared him to Ramirez. He's box to box. He's box to box, and he adds another dimension. And the long range shots that he has on him, I'm really looking forward to seeing him take a couple of them from outside the box for us, because he's got a shot on him. Kasim, welcome to the stream. How are you, my man?
I'm okay, mate. You?
Yeah, not too bad. what's your thoughts on this transfer, this loan deal?
Well, I'm not gonna lie, mate. I didn't know what's going on because I left Jimmy's stream afternoon time, and after that went to work straight away. And I just finished work. But yeah, my lad told me we signed Saul Niguez. I'm like Jim. I wanted Conde because he's obviously versatile. He can play anywhere, but it is what it is. But what I am happy about, and I mentioned it earlier on, I'm glad we addressed the number 6 because obviously certain individuals said we can bought him, and I didn't want that really. I just wanted proper number 6 because we're going for everything, and Kanté and Kovačić sometimes they get injured, and we need proper number 6. And he can play in different position. He take the penalty. He used to take the penalty for Atletico as well. So the guy is good with the ball. He's got he's got good feet. I think he saw the system perfectly good. So I'm quite happy with him. But we need to see him in the Premier League. The speed and physicality, because the Spanish league is a different league. Obviously, the ball a bit slower. It's a time in a space. The Premier League is different. It's no time, no space. So it need to be maybe a bit time to adapt. So after that, we decide next year if it's good enough to sign him permanently. It's a good project. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, no, definitely, Kasim. I mean, the thing is with him, he's here on loan, so the onus is on him to impress. He impresses.
Yeah.
We'll keep him. He doesn't impress. Thank you very much. Have a good trip back to Spain, and we'll see what we'll do. So the onus is on him, and I would have been worried had we not have signed another midfielder because of the the Kanté situation, suspensions, injuries. We are going to be a little bit light in the area, so it's good to have him there. DJ Sav.
Another thing as well, Mo. Another thing.
Go on, Kasim. Go on.
It's Chelsea mean business, because when you go out and address the issue, I mean, if you look at Man United, they need DM for quite maybe 10 years or something like that, and they need to address the issue. They get a marquee signing like Cristiano Ronaldo and Sancho and X, Y, and Z. But Chelsea identified, and I told that to Jimmy's show early on. I said, Chelsea's got to sign someone. It's got to sign someone in that position. So they gone out there and got Saul Niguez, and that mean the champions mean business, and I'm quite absolutely happy with it. So, good news.
Yeah, thank you. DJ Sav, what's your thoughts on this Saul Niguez signing, man?
Yeah, mate. I'm actually very pleased with the signing. I think I heard today that if obviously everything works out with him, I think there's talk of maybe us getting him for about 30 or 35 million euros. Should he do well? So yeah, look, I'm like I've seen that from the clips you've seen and for what I've seen of him. Yeah, he looks a brilliant player. I just think I think under Thomas Tuchel, I think he'll probably make him better than what he's already. Or in terms of obviously we've seen him play under Simeone, how he plays, and we all know how Simeone likes to play football. I think under Thomas Tuchel, you'll see the same thing with him, and I really am impressed. I really can't wait to actually come in and really do something in that midfield. I know I was talking about a lot of the times, as you guys, everyone knows, I was talking about Tchouameni and players like that. But I can understand why we've got him. He's after all, he is a loan transfer after all. We're not spending any money. So let's see how it all works out, mate. I'm actually looking forward to seeing him play. I think we all know if he does come in, it probably will be to play. Well, you can play any of that midfield position, whether it be for Kanté, whether it be for Jorginho or Kovačić. More likely be Kovačić out of the three. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, as you said, the guy's got a good shot in him. He can score from distance. None of our midfielders can actually do that off late. I mean, if you look at Kovačić shooting, I think we all know from that it's not that great. But this guy, on the other hand, he has got a whopper of a shot on him, and I think if he can get that going early at the early start of his Chelsea career, I think we can get some good goals from this guy in midfield. I really do. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to it very much.
Yeah. Just a quick one. If Saul was in that position that Kovačić was in the other day when Lukaku played it in to him, that's 2-1 Chelsea.
Yeah, it would definitely 100% he will score, because I watched him a few times with Atletico. He's got a very good feet for number 6. I think he will definitely that's the issue with Kovačić. If you watch Kovačić very closely, His all-round game is great, but it doesn't score enough for me.
Confidence.
But I think Saul Niguez.
Because
he
used to score. He used to score. I think he was a 10 back in the day. But then he
even at Inter, I think it was at Inter.
Yeah, Inter Milan.
At Real, he didn't score a lot. At Inter, he scored a few.
Yeah. I'm interested to hear what Boogeyman has to say about this Saul Niguez dude.
Hello everybody.
Hello, Boogeyman.
Hey, Boogeyman.
Hey, Boogeyman.
My first question is, do we plan of playing Kovacic and Kante? Have you ever played Kovacic and Kante in an important game together? No,
Yes.
we haven't yet.
Yes.
When
Played them at Man United at home last season. And they dominated.
They dominated us, right? So we
did. We dominated that game. We kept Bruno quiet the whole game with Kovacic and Kante. Yeah.
Exactly. So, and Raul Miguel is coming to be an update of Kovacic. Pretty much a Kovacic that can score goal or that can shoot. That's all we have in Raul Miguel, right? So, my way of thinking this is this. Jorginho need a break. Is Raul Miguel giving break to Jorginho? No. We just buy another Kovacic pretty much. So, and someone said that is our fourth choice, which doesn't make too much sense to me because I would like Kovacic and Raul Miguel to be playing together, or Raul Miguel and Kante to be playing together. But if Raul Miguel has to play with Jorginho, we're back to the spot one again. So I'm not too sure exactly why we all I understand we need a midfielder, but I'm not excited about Raul Miguel because he's not someone that dictates a ball play. So that's where my mind is right
because
now.
he's what?
I don't see the excitement at all.
Just repeat that last phrase. Because he doesn't do what? What does he do?
No, I say he's not those type of like how do you say this? What's the name the Italian gave to Pirlo when he was at
Regista.
He's not a Regista type of midfielder like the way Jorginho is. And I'm looking for some type of those, like pretty much Billy Gilmore is kind of his apprentice Regista. So I will be excited if Raul Miguel can play like Jorginho and even like Pirlo, but he's not he's not coming with those profiles. He's more like an update of Kovacic. So I just don't see why we're getting excited because we're not giving a proper break to Jorginho. That's my main concern at this point. I'd rather we have a player that give a break to Jorginho because we all know Kovacic and Kante doesn't give us too much of possession. Kovacic and whoever you play there doesn't give you too much of possession. Kante and whoever you play there doesn't get. Jorginho has to be in the game. So
have you seen Saul play?
Yeah.
Have you actually seen Saul play?
Max is about to go. I can see it.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
no, I'm saying, have you seen Saul play?
Listen. Don't try to gang me. Listen, guys. Hey,
I'm just asking you, have you seen him play?
Yeah, I agree with Boogeyman though, a little bit.
Chelsea have played a lot of games with Atletico. And the other thing I'm pretty, because I'm coming with that view already, and then someone say Raul Miguel has not played the midfield position for so long. He was playing wing back. So
Boogeyman, just a correction. It's Saul, not Raul. Saul.
Hey, yo, can you give me a break? I said Saul. I mean, he's going to be
listen, I thought it was me. I thought it was me, but the people are picking up in the chat as well. It's not just me, man.
It's not the Real Madrid Boogeyman, yeah? It's not that guy.
Okay, let me just say it properly. Saul Niguez. So if the Saul guy, the Saul dude, he is coming to Chelsea to play a position where we have two midfielders already, Kante and Kovacic. He may be an upgrade of Kovacic. We need a player there. We need a body there. So I just see Saul Niguez as next year Deadwood. He's going to be our next Deadwood. If there is no injury.
He won't be Deadwood because
he's on loan.
He's on loan. He'll go.
But I'm pretty sure we're going to buy it.
Listen, this is Tuchel ball now, not Sarri ball. So the Regista position is not instrumental in the way that we can play, we need to play. Remember Tuchel's always said when he's mentioned about Kante, it's 6-6. He likes to play a 6-6. So it's not really a register. Whether the 6-6 be Kovačić and Kante, whether it be Niguez and Kova, or Niguez and Kante, or Niguez with what's her name, Jorginho. So it's not instrumental in how we play to have a register in the side. So obviously we're going to be playing certain games like when we play against Liverpool and Man City and stuff. I think Jorginho is really vital in those sort of games. But maybe when we're playing probably one of the lesser teams, we could give Jorginho a rest in those games because he's not as vital in trying to keep control of the possession in those particular games.
Max, Jorginho, I think he was player of the season before last, correct?
Mm-hmm.
No, that was Kovačić.
No, not Jorginho, Kovačić. You mean?
Sorry, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Sorry, my bad. Kovačić. Kovačić is not a bad player, and a player that plays like Kovačić, for me, it's a bonus. I would love to have 2 Kovačićs in my team.
He's not
This guy, exactly. This guy can score goals. He can break up play. Yeah. He's got a tackle on him. He's got a bit of pace on him, and he's got the flair and the skill, the dribbling that we know Kovačić has.
Yeah,
like Max said, had Saul received that pass that Kovačić got when he went around the player and in front of the goalkeeper, he would have just put it around him.
He gives us something that we don't have, and this is the thing that we need to understand. You're not always going to find a Jorginho. There's not a Jorginho. We need to accept that. There's not many registers in the world that can do what he does. Billy Gilmour is a progressive ball player. It's very different to the way Jorginho plays. Jorginho isn't a progressive ball player. He's someone that keeps the ball moving. So it's a completely different style of footballer that you're asking for here. What we need to understand is that Kovačić, Jorginho, and Kante are all different in their own ways. And depending on who we're up against, we can set up or we can adapt into different styles because these players give us different abilities. What Saul Niguez is going to bring to Chelsea is something that we don't have already, which is when he gets in front of goal, he will take a shot. And we haven't got a 6 that can score. We have got a 6 that can progressively move forward with the ball. He can progressively move forward with the ball. And the other thing that he can do as well, sitting in a 6, is that he can actually defend. Simeone teams were built to defend. That is the first big rule. Be compact. So bringing him in and playing in a 6 is not going to be too much. I don't think too much of an issue for him to adapt. If anything, I think you might see a better Saul Niguez under Tuchel because under Simeone, they haven't got that leeway to play as expansive and as open as we do because we're a ball-playing team. We always have the ball. Does that make sense? So I think you may see a better Saul Niguez than what you did at Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, and another thing is because someone asked about his height. He's 6 foot, and he's got that physicality. I know Bobby's always one saying about physicality. He's 6 foot, so he's. I know if you look at the others, Kovačić was 5'7" or something. Jorginho, they're all 5'7" or 5'8". The other 6s that we've got. This guy's 6 foot. He's got a good physical being. He's got to be a physical specimen to play under Simeone as well. So he knows how to look after himself as well. Good in the air, as when Mo showed those clips. He scored 2 of them are headed goals, 2 or 3 headed goals. So he's decent in the air, and it gives us when teams are playing sort of longish. We've got somebody who can, as a 6 now, who can dominate in the air as well. So that's another string to his bow that the others don't have.
I agree. I mean, let me put it out there. I'm not saying Saul Niguez is not a good player. He looks like a good player. And I've seen a few of his games. He's a good baller also. So bringing something different to a team that we know last season was a perfect team.
Cassie, put your mic on mute, please. Cassie, put your mic on mute, please. Sorry, but
he's done.
Yeah.
So bringing someone in and then ask Chelsea to, because the person is bringing something different, to adapt to that person is something I just don't understand, because we have a perfect team, and the team that we saw it last season, we want the same team, the same performance, the same possession of ball, and we know Kovačić and Kante can defend. So Is anybody that trying to argue that Raul Niguez can defend? I mean, when it comes to tactically, we know Simeone is a tactician, so yeah, maybe he has something there. He can follow instruction properly. But Kante can defend. Kovacic can defend. My issue is we know how vital Jorginho is to our team. If Raul Niguez come in and then you're telling me, oh, he bringing something different. Right now, I don't need something different. I need the same thing from last season, and I need a backup for Jorginho. As a Chelsea fan, that's me talking.
Yeah, but you've got that. You've got that.
Plus, how could you say Boogeyman? How could you say that we need something? We've got to remember last season we finished 4th, okay, and it was only because obviously Tottenham helped us out last season, and you've got to remember that. Okay, Tuchel took over in the second half of the season, but even then we struggled. If you look at 2K's results, obviously we struggled to score goals against teams playing that low block. Okay, so we struggled to score against Wolves. We had 0-0 against Brighton and other teams.
It was a lesser team.
Yeah, that's exactly. So, and what happens then? What we need. So sometimes, obviously, we need that number 9, which we've now got. But what we also need when we've got those low block teams is that we need somebody who can score from deep. You know, sometimes you had Kovacic forcing a shot or Jorginho forcing a shot. So when those teams play the low block, sometimes if you've got someone who can just smash the ball from 25, 30 yards and knock it into the back of the net, that's the difference between. And he offers us that as well. So you can't be saying that you're content with what happened last season, really.
Can I ask Boogeyman a question, Billy? Can I ask you a question, Boogeyman? Would you have been happier if Chelsea didn't sign Saul and we went into the season with 3 midfielders?
Let me answer that question to you. When I started the thing, I said, I'm happy because we have a need there. I know we need someone there, but I just don't see the excitement of all this panel. I understand we need someone there, but why are we getting excited like
Boogeyman? I'm jumping in. What
are you doing, Boogeyman?
Wait. Listen.
Stop being a boogeyman.
All right, Boogeyman. Do you know how hard it is to build a YouTube channel and get people to watch your streams? And all they're getting is negativity, man. Boogeyman, listen. All right, listen. I know.
The Chelsea population.
Boogeyman, I know what you're trying to say. And I understand it. And I understand it. And I agree with you to an extent. This lad is not proven in the Premier League. I agree. But he does have pedigree. He does have ability. And he does come from a school that we have seen produce a lot of talent and people who are successful. Now, is he going to succeed in the Premier League? I have no idea. He might flop. And do you know what's going to happen if he flops? We're just going to send him back. But right now, we have an option to keep someone on the bench, to keep someone for the worst case scenario, and that is Saul Niguez. And to be honest with you, from what we've seen and what we know of the lad, okay, he is not a bad backup to have. I would rather have him as my backup than to have Mason Mount drop into that position, or Loftus-Cheek to come in that position. I don't want to have, because if I bring Mount in that position, I'm losing out on Mount being up the pitch. So I want to have someone in that position who can do the role in that position. And Saul Niguez provides us with a lot in regards to passing, in regards to ball winning, in regards to his dribbling skills, in regards to his vision, and also in his defending attributes. In my opinion, he's a good all-round player. Does he need time to adjust? Will he need time to get into the rhythm? Of course he will. Will he do it? I don't know. I hope so.
Was there anyone else that you wanted, Boogeyman, other than him? Was there anyone in mind that you wanted, like other than Saul Niguez, to play in that position?
Oh, at this point, I think the best we have runner is Saul Niguez, but I'm not excited. Like, people might see me I might just come to be like controversial, but my point is this: I'm happy that we have him, because on the market right now, that's the only one we can have. But my problem is I don't see the excitement because the person is not solving the main issue. It's the backup for Jorginho. Because that's why when I start my swimming, not my swimming, when I start talking, the first question I asked was, have you ever played Jorginho and Kante and Kovacic together and have a good result? The answer was no. So
yes,
Raul and come on, man.
They played Man United at home and they're all fine. I don't get what the issue is.
You think I don't have a connection in my idea? I know why I asked that first question. I told you, have you ever played Kante and Kovacic together in the most important game and we performed good? You, Jim, you told me no. That was
I said yes.
No,
I said
yes.
Yes.
I said yes.
I said yes.
No, he said against Manchester United.
I said against Man United.
Yeah, he said yes against Man United. He said we dominated. I think you misheard him because he said we dominated.
We dominated Man United.
I think you thought he said that they dominated us.
Biggerman, the thing is, we're happy because we have a fourth choice player. Are we happy that he's going to bring something else to the team? Yes. But we're not like excited as if we signed a player that's going to be going into our team and it's going to destroy other teams. We're just happy because we have another player who's going to play as backup. Like that's why we're happy. Like we're not happy. We're happy because we have another player that we can.
Okay. Then
our team, you know,
I think
something different it's going to bring to our squad. We're happy because of the unknown. We don't know if he's going to be a great player or not for us.
Yeah.
But there's something.
Sorry about that, Jim. I heard you say the Manchester United game was not good. So then I'm like, so if that game was not good, that means what's the point of having an improved version of Kovacic? We need a register type of player, and Chelsea should find that one. And it should be more like it's not be like a last minute buy-in. And I don't like those things. Last day buy. I'm not happy with those. Even loan system that is based on any transfer thing that is based on last minute.
It wasn't last day.
But it was.
We've been in the making from last week.
Guys, new reporting. Apparently, the buy option is 25 million to 30 million euros, not 35 million euros. So it's even less.
Sorry, my bad.
Really cheap.
No,
okay,
that's fine.
You were right. There was reporting for that for 35 million. I actually saw 39.
Yeah, even less of a risk then, isn't it, when you think about it, guys? Do you know what I mean? Because look, this is why I say the Saul Niguez thing's not a bad thing. He flops, he goes back, we go and get a Shoemini, Declan Rice, whatever it is that anyone wants, what Chelsea want. If he works, you sign him for 25, 30 million euros, and do you know what I mean? It's about we win. It's a win-win situation for Chelsea. What we've done and what Marina's done is negotiated very well with an Atletico Madrid team who were trying to bend us over for Saul Niguez originally. That's what they were trying to do. So I think it's good. We just need to see what the wage roll is. I'm waiting for the wage.
Yeah.
Okay. They came next.
But the wage may not be so bad, though, Jem, because obviously they get paid more, don't they, in Spain, because they get taxed more.
Yeah.
So the net pay, if we pay him net, so it's not, it probably won't be as much as the 250.
No. Anything under 200 is great. I think if we get him under 200 a week, we're laughing, to be honest. But
sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go on, Big Man. Go on, I'll finish.
Anyone here knows his injury, his past injuries? How does he have any knees and injuries?
I'm not too sure.
He's had injuries, but he's not injury prone. Like
no, he's not injury prone. No.
Yeah, he will be.
Can I just say something? It's in 2-3 years ago, it was a 90 million players. United was after him, and what attribute he's got as well? He can keep position, because Tuchel think is if you keep the ball, you're not going to concede, and he is good as that. If he keep position, and he's got that attribute of shooting and finishing. So that's why it could be. You're right. It could be like Kovacic, but he's got an advantage. He can add goals. To that, like Max said, you need sometimes goals from the midfielders to break down. Small teams like Brighton or Burnley when they set that. Set back. Because they will be, it will be not. It'll be marking number
but
9.
there is only one N'Golo Kante. If Saul Niguez desert his position to go score goal, we get scored on. This is EPL. Someone needs to defend. You need to sit down and defend, not to go always score goals.
But big man, I think I agree with you in one part, but at the same time, there isn't many players that are like Jorginho or like Kante. There isn't many players, so I would rather have the player who can have a similar type of role like Kovačić is, and just add another midfielder into our team, than to try and have signed Declan Rice for huge money or I don't know. I think it's a better. We've gone about it in a better way. Because we could have signed Tchouameni, and maybe Tchouameni is that kind of. Well, is he still? We don't know what Tchouameni is really yet.
Yeah, I don't think
So
he's ready.
the only possible route that we decided to go was the best.
Alex,
one.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but regarding Tchouameni, apparently this guy is the next best thing. The problem I have right now is, I know we have the next best thing. And that's Gilmour. And I want to give him the opportunity. I want to give him the opportunity. Right now, he is playing in a team that is struggling. That is going to make him a better player. Next season, when he comes back, I want to be able to bring him in the team if I need him to come into the team. And if Billy Gilmour doesn't do nothing at Norwich and he screws it up, then we'll loan him again or we'll sell him. But I want to give him the opportunity next season. With Saul Niguez, I can do that. If I get Tchouameni in now, then Billy Gilmour, either he's going to be deadwood or Tchouameni's going to be deadwood. One of them is going to be deadwood next season.
Even Gilmour loan. Maybe it's not the subject. It's not the subject or the topic of this stream. But
just 1 second, Boogeyman. One second, Boogeyman. People in the chat, I want to inform you of something. We're going to be talking about Saul Niguez for another 10 minutes. And then we're going to be addressing the Marina Granovskaia situation. And then we're going to be talking about the upcoming, the last few minutes of the transfer window. If we do get anything happening, we'll be discussing that. And then we'll be talking about the upcoming couple of weeks on this channel and when we're going to be looking at in regards to content. But we're giving Saul Niguez another 10 minutes. Then we're going to go to the transfer window and then we'll go to other relevant stories. Sorry, Boogeyman. Carry on.
Yeah. I was going to say quick. Billy Gilmour loan.
See you, Jem. Thank you.
See you later, Jem.
Take care. Hopefully we get Jules Koundé in the next hour and a half. See you later.
That'll be excellent, mate. That'll be excellent business.
Take care, brother. Take care, Jem. Thanks for coming on, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, the Billy Gilmour loan, I'm not really happy about it, because I'm thinking he's going to be the next Ampadu. He is really good. We already know that. The talent's there. But the fact that you put him in a team that is struggling that much, we may just not value, because he's not going to be able to pull the entire weight or pull the entire team. Like the same thing happened to Ampadu. Ampadu, when he was under Sarri, we know he is really talented, and we thought he's going to be the best, the big next thing for Chelsea. And then he went to that loan team. We loaned out to, I can't remember the name of the team. But then after that, Sheffield. And then when he came back, pretty much nobody really looking at him the same way we used to look at him when he was here. So I think something like that may happen to Billy if Billy stayed there till the end of the season, and then his team is relegated, and Billy didn't manage to pull the team out of that relegation battle. So I'm not too happy about this now, unless that team start performing and they become like a middle table team. Because at this point, even they win a game in the cup, and Billy was not part of that team when they won something, I think 3-0 or something. And he played pretty much. Yeah, I don't know if Max can concur or not.
Yeah, no, there's a couple of things I want to add. With the Tchouameni situation, I think I messaged DJ about this earlier. Chelsea feel that he better be served another season in the French league. They don't think he's quite ready to make that step up yet. So there is still interest there, but not for this season. And what you're saying, Boogeyman, with regards to the Billy Gilmour situation, you can't compare the Billy Gilmour situation with the Ethan Ampadu situation, because the reason why Norwich was chosen as a club is because their manager, Farke, he plays a similar style of football to to what our manager does. Yeah, so they wanted him to be in a team which plays similar to us. Okay, with Sheffield United, when Ampadu was loaned to Sheffield United, it's a totally different style of football to what we play. So for me, that's what went wrong with that particular deal. I agree with what Thing's saying, what Mo's saying. Even if he shows a lot of character, he's playing in a struggling side, yeah, but he's showing character. Is his head going to drop when performances don't go, or is he going to be putting in good performances? And it could only build him up as a player.
I want to hear what Bobby has to say, man. Bobby, you must have finished your dinner by now. Come on.
He's probably watching the deadline day.
Yeah, I was watching Deadline Day with one ear and listening with the other. I don't know. I think there's going to come a time I'm going to take a bit of a break from all this. I'm hearing things, especially after the past few days. I was on Jem's channel, getting attacked left, right, and centre because I refuse to fall for all this kind of political stuff going on with our transfers. And then I spoke up about Cho and said, give Tuchel the benefit of the doubt. He says he needs a player. Let's see what happens up until January. It's only 3 games in. And, the Jules Koundé thing, I don't know what's happening. Anything could still have happened that we can hear about in the next hour, 30 minutes. But there's still January to go in for him. Yeah, Saul Niguez is a good deal. I don't know what was being said earlier. I switched off after a while, I'm sorry. But, it just wasn't making any sense. Sometimes... Anyway, I don't want to get into that, but Saul Niguez makes sense. This is a player on loan with the option to buy pretty cheap. We could get him if we decide to keep him, as well as go for the targets that I'm sure we're waiting for. People like Declan Rice, who I'm very, very sure the club still has in their sights. And, if possible, Tchouameni, which I'm not sure the club is really that serious about unless he starts ripping up trees.
Bobby, if I can interrupt you for 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Saul Niguez allows us to go for Declan Rice next window, easy. Next season, easy.
Exactly.
Because his performance is really going to be the yardstick that we're going to be measuring by. Saul Niguez performs, we'll get him. He doesn't perform, then Declan Rice for cheaper next season.
Exactly. There is no such thing as an exact like-for-like substitute of a player. Each player will come in with the ability to maybe play where the other player plays, but bring their own qualities to it. And this is exactly what I believe Saul Niguez will give us. He probably needs a bit of time to settle into the Premier League, but with all the games we've got and all the cup competitions, that's going to be enough time for a well-seasoned player like that to settle in. I have no idea how anybody could knock this deal at this stage. The guy hasn't even kicked the ball in anger. So I don't know where that's coming from. I think largely business has been okay. There's been good things, there's been bad things, there's been mediocre things. There's been panic sales, as well as goodbyes. So I think for a top flight club that we are, what we're doing is exactly what we should be doing. No more, no less. By the way, the absolute madness that's going on at PSG, I hope is a topic you're going to bring up later for 2 minutes, because that is insane. Insane. I don't know, financial fair play, FIFA, if that was Chelsea. Hey? Sorry? What was that?
I think he's frozen. Is he frozen?
Yeah, he's frozen. Yeah.
No, I can hear you. I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
I was just.
We can now.
Yeah, we can now. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can. Okay, brilliant. Yeah,
if that was Chelsea,
there was a glitch in the matrix for a second there, man.
I was just saying, lads, if that was Chelsea, there'd
Go on,
be
Bobby.
civil war in FIFA doing that kind of thing. But there you go. One rule for one, another rule for another.
Yeah, I'm astounded by that one, actually. If we can just talk about that for a couple of minutes, I am astounded.
We will cover the window. I want to focus on Chelsea now, and I want to go talk about Marina Granovskaia, the transfer window, and then we will talk about the window as a whole. We'll talk about PSG. I want to talk about Real Madrid. I want to talk about Barcelona, because apparently Barcelona are starting to make moves now. You know, they want to get XY player to come in next season, because now they are going to get rid of Antoine Griezmann. All of a sudden, they are able to bring in players because they get rid of one player. Now I know his wages were quite high.
He's only $1 million a week or something.
800.
800,000 a week. So getting him off the books doesn't really allow them to become. We're going to address all that. Listen. I want to talk about Marina Granovskaia. I want to give the lady a couple of. We'll say about an hour. I'll give her an hour on my stream, because we have an hour and a half, just under an hour and a half before the window closes. So I want to give Marina Granovskaia the next hour in discussion. And by the way, people, we're going to be live up until the window closes. So anything that's going to happen in the transfer window while we're live, we'll be covering it as well. Marina Granovskaia has received a ton of backlash, of hate for this transfer window. Now, I'm not going to go back 3, 4, 5, whatever years and talk about previous windows, because, she's made mistakes in the past. I want to talk about the last two windows. This one and the previous one, because the team we have today is based on the last couple of seasons. The transfer ban, which Lampard managed to bring in a lot of the academy lads, and then the last transfer window where we brought in we brought in half a dozen players, and then this window where we've sold a couple of dozen players, or we've sold a dozen players. I think 12, 13 players we've sold. And a whole bunch out on loan. And we've brought in now, as of now, 3 players. A free transfer, a marquee signing, and a loan deal. Positions that we had to cover because these positions were problematic for Chelsea. The striker, the midfielder. In defense, Chelsea are solid. Personally, if you ask me for my personal opinion, I would have liked to see Zouma not have been sold, because I think 5 defenders into 3 is a little bit on the edge, but 6 defenders into 3, I think would have been in a good position. So Zouma being sold for me was a little bit of an iffy situation, but we did get a good amount of money for him in comparison to what was being touted at the time. I think Marina Granovskaia has a window for outgoings, and I mentioned this on Max's last video, where he addressed the Iron Lady herself. Marina Granovskaia had a window of incomings last season. This season, we as Chelsea Football Club are focusing on streamlining our squad, and she has done a fantastic job at that. Yes, there's still players in the squad that need to be sold, but I think she will be able to make light work of them in the winter transfer and the following summer transfer. In my opinion, Marina Granovskaia has done a fantastic job over the past few transfer windows. And I think the hate and the impatience that I have seen by a lot of the fan base recently, it shows that there are certain elements in the fan base that are quick to jump the gun, to jump down her throat, to jump and abuse a person who is tasked with a very difficult job. I'm happy with the way she's done her work. I want to know what you guys are thinking in regards to Marina Granovskaia and this transfer window and her job in general. And I want to start with Eric, because Eric has been quiet. I want to give him the opportunity to start us off on this.
Yeah. Sorry. I've been busy for I've literally been busy for this whole time. Sorry, man. But I'm back now. Yeah, Marina. Yeah, she's done a really good job. Like you said, the past few transfer windows, she's been really good. She's been really good. I have no issue since maybe the 1920 window. Since maybe the January window of 1920. I think that's when Pulisic was signed. Oh, sorry, was that then or was that before that?
I think it was 1920. We talked about 1920.
Was that Lampard?
You mean 90? You mean 20?
1819. Was it 1819? Basically, the January window before.
The
1920
1920 season.
You were not even born.
1920.
No.
1819.
First World War.
Season.
Right, you know that transfer window after the First World War? She was really bad, man.
Show the camera, man. Who are you?
No. Yeah. So
2019, 2020.
Yeah. So since the Pulisic window happened, I think Chelsea has been pretty good in the market. We're signing the right kind of profile of players, and instead of signing squad players for like £30 million who become deadwood players because we keep changing managers every 18 months, we can bring the players who are good enough from the academy, and they can be the squad players or maybe even starters. I think all the players we brought from the academy are starters, so that's the way it should be. And I have no issues. I have nothing to say. No criticism to, dish out to anybody. I think it's been pretty good. I'm very happy with this. I know some people are still discontent, but me personally, I'm very happy with this window, and I've been very happy since, like I said, the January signing of Pulisic when he got loaned back to Dortmund, and then he came for the next season. So yeah, I have nothing to say about that. Obviously, I'm not going to shy away from criticizing. When I feel like Marina needs to be criticized, I won't hesitate to criticize her. I don't think I don't really focus on whether it's a woman or not, or whether it's a man. I remember that Emenalo was criticized a lot as well. He was very heavily criticized by some Chelsea fans. So I understand that people think that it's just because she's a woman, but I think it's just a negative thing that Chelsea fans tend to do. I don't know what it is, but personally, I won't go. I'll only criticize. I'll never say anything personal. I'll never, abuse anybody. But
are you happy with this transfer window, Eric?
Like I said, I am very happy. I am very happy with the transfer window. I think we more or less addressed all the areas that we needed to address. Maybe we didn't get a DM, but we got somebody who can play in that double six position and who is not a youth player who needs to get game time. So we don't have to worry about the development of Saul. We just need to, we have the cover. If anything happens, we have the cover. Don't know who's going to be ahead of who, whether he's going to be ahead of Kovačić or Kovačić will be, ahead of him. I have no idea, but I'm very happy. I'm very happy. I'm not going to go too far. I never went too far the other way with the criticism, so I'm not going to be too. I'm not going to be too far with the.
Unless this is Werner, yeah.
We're giving her credit basically, and no, I'm not too far with Werner. I don't think I've said anything too controversial about Werner, unless you can remind me.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ask everyone. I'm going to ask everyone their opinion, and then I'll go to Boogeyman, because then that's where it's going to blow up. Everything's going to blow up. People in the chat, you're going to have to wait. I'm not asking Boogeyman for his opinion until I've asked Max, DJ, Alex, and then I'll give Bobby a couple of minutes, and then we'll go to Boogeyman. So if you want to hear what Boogeyman has to say, you're going to have to sit tight. Listen, people.
Boogeyman can wait.
Listen, people. We've got 130 odd people in the chat with only 98 likes. 2 likes away from 100. We've got 2 dislikes, so brilliant. So let's push to 100 likes, people. I'd really appreciate it. Let's get to 100 likes. No. It wasn't Boogie. Well, it was because of Boogeyman. It was because of Boogeyman. Yeah. Listen, people. If you're disliking my videos, it's gonna hurt me. It ain't gonna hurt Boogeyman. Boogeyman, he's got his own job. He's making his monies. I'm a YouTuber. You get me? So take it easy on this slide. No. For real, people. If you don't like the stream, please tell me. You can dislike. You can comment. But please be constructive in your comments, in your criticism, because I do want to hear what you have to say. If you think my streams are too long, they're too short, we don't cover certain areas, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments after the stream. But I'm always reading the comments, so your feedback is very much welcomed. And have we hit 100 likes? Wow, you mans are good. You mans are good. 113 likes. That was like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Brilliant. Fantastic. Thank you all for hitting that like button. I'm going to leave Boogeyman away because I know once I start talking to him, those 2 dislikes are going to become 3. 3. Yeah. Someone is liking, disliking. He's not sure. Someone is not sure right now. So keep doing what you're doing. Max. No, actually, no. I'll come back to Max. DJ Sav has been quiet. DJ Sav.
Yo.
Tell me your thoughts on Marina Granovskaia, mate. Marina Granovskaia. She's been getting a lot of hate. Deservedly, not deservedly. What's your thoughts on the topic, mate?
Nah, mate, I just got 2 words for that. Iron Lady, mate. I mean, I don't understand some of the Chelsea fans. I really, really don't. Listen, she only did 1 bad transfer window when she brought in Danny Drinkwater, I'd say, which was probably last-minute bias because we couldn't get anybody else that we wanted. And that just during that window time period when he came in. Other than that, I think she's made up for it. I mean, the signing she made last season, second to none. She's improved. I mean, like you said, mate, her job is so difficult. But I think what we all got to realise this season was we only needed to get a couple of players in for vital positions because I think most of our business was done last season. And for me, this season, which is mainly outgoings. And I think she's done an excellent job in getting rid of the players that we've got rid of. I mean, if you think about it, there's only I'd probably say 1 player probably left out of that dead wood in Ross Barkley that I probably would say is the only one that's probably still left at the football club. Loftus-Cheek, I'm happy about. He's still remaining. I still think there's a place for him in that midfield this season. So I'm happy about him staying. And that's the only thing she hasn't done. But listen, we've still got a couple of hours left of the transfer window. Ross Barkley may still be going away or going out the window. So, look, mate, I don't know
What's Barkley? Isn't he going to Reading?
No, he's turned down. He's turned away.
Drinkwater.
Drinkwater went to
Reading. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
There was talk of Burnley for Ross Barkley, but apparently he turned it away. He didn't want to go there. So, yeah, I mean, that's the only 1 player I'd say that is left out of this whole window that I thought probably would bother me. But the rest, she's done an excellent job. And I think, people that have been disrespecting her, putting her down, I mean, it's completely wrong. I mean, she's been brilliant for us. And I tell you what, a lot of these top football clubs would want a woman like her at their football club. And when I say a lady like her, meaning what she does in her job. Because I tell you what, she goes to somewhere like United City and play teams like that, they'll love her. Because she'll just strike out these deals. And I think we have her. We should appreciate her. And I think I think there's still more business to possibly be done maybe in January if we don't complete all for this summer. So for me alone, mate, I think she's done an excellent job. And all the Chelsea fans that have been putting her down, take a look in the mirror, man, because it's disrespectful on her, and I think disrespectful to the football club as well.
Yeah, no, listen, I had doubts about this a couple of years back. I had doubts about this. I've always felt that Roman is a proper Chelsea fan. I've always felt that from the beginning. I felt that this man is, he proper feels and wants this project to succeed because he's emotional about it. He's passionate about it. It's something that is within himself. It's not just something, it's not just a business venture, an investment. No. Roman really wants this project to succeed. And I think Marina Granovskaia has become that, has also taken on that kind of approach to the job. I think when she first came in, because she was heading some division in his company elsewhere, and she came in as his right-hand person at Chelsea. And it took her a little bit of a time to familiarize herself with this club and to become part of this club. And I think right now, she puts a lot of commitment and heart into her work. I sense it. Could be wrong, but I sense it. I want to bring in Alex.
Yeah, man. I only have to say, I don't have to say too much because you guys already mentioned so much. But anyone who's hating on her, like, just leave the country. You know, just don't watch
Okay.
football, man. Like, just go and watch another sport. Go and watch the NFL. Go and watch the basketball. Go and because she's done, you know, she's done what she's had to do. You know, we didn't need to go and buy 7 other players in our team. She did what she had to do. We needed it. The only thing really that we're missing from our team was a striker. She got a striker. She got the top four best strikers in the world, and she's got another addition into our team. Okay, anyone can always. No one is perfect. Anyone can always do better. Any job, any sense of career, any type of thing you want to do, you're always gonna what you're gonna look at things you can improve on and the things you've done well. Yes, okay, people might think, we missed out on a centre back. I feel that actually we needed more of a centre midfielder, which we got, than a centre back, because we do have cover there. We don't have cover in the midfield. And she just said, and we all know, we all knew, as DJ said before, that this season wasn't going to always be. It was going to be a season of letting players, leave the club. And we've made, I think, over 120 million in revenue from selling players, and getting 40 million for Tammy Abraham, selling, okay. There'll be Tammy Abraham fans, there'll be Tomori fans, there'll be Guehi fans, and maybe that's why the controversies of her is so against her, maybe because she sold youth players and blah blah blah. And it's
Alex, I want to cut you off, but I keep doing this, and I keep doing this to you, and I'm sorry, but
no worries.
You're talking about something which I find very important and very interesting, and people are talking about the centre back, they're talking about the Koundé deal, and Marina is going to get a little bit of disrespect, a little bit of abuse regarding the Koundé deal. And I wanted to talk about this later, but I'll talk about it now. People don't seem to understand that for Chelsea to go ahead now and pay the release clause, because I saw some big Chelsea influencers a few hours ago saying we should pay the release clause and bring in Koundé. Personal terms have been agreed. Pay the money, bring him. We had agreed a 55 million euro transfer for the lad. Yes, there was a couple of hiccups in regards to timing, in regards to X, Y, and Z situation. But if Chelsea were to go back and pay what Sevilla are asking for now, which is the release clause, what is going to distinguish us from Manchester United, from X and Y club who are always buckling under pressure and paying the price that the seller is demanding? Marina Granovskaia doesn't work like that, lads. Marina Granovskaia drives a hard bargain with all parts of the deal, all aspects of the deal. So for us to go ahead and pay that release clause, had we wanted to pay it initially, no problem. But for us to agree a deal and then for them to go back and say, no, we want to add another 15 million on top of that deal. No, we're not. This is not Chelsea. We don't lose on the football pitch, and we don't lose in the conference halls and in the discussion halls when it comes to selling and buying players. Because if we bow down to pressure once, we're done. We're never going to be able to drive a hard bargain, and that's what Marina does. She drives a hard bargain. So, going back to the centre-back situation that you were talking about, Alex, I'm content. Yes, I would have liked to have seen 6 centre-backs since we're playing 3. I want to have cover for every position, but 5 is enough. 5 is enough, and we've got 5.
Look, I guess that for me, the only position that maybe I could be worried about is that kind of right wing back, right back position, maybe. But besides that, there wasn't too. It's like sometimes if you let me put this in perspective. If you make a piece of art and you do a drawing and you make a painting, you don't have to always. If you add too much, it ruins it, right? Sometimes you have to work out, and sometimes adding too much to something is actually going to ruin it. And we didn't have to add too much to our squad. We had to just fill in the gaps, and those gaps, I think, they have been filled. Okay, maybe they could have been filled more, but as you just said before, we're not a team that it's going to just rush in and buy a player just because we can do it. No, we're not. We are a team. We are a club with a lot of money, but we're not a club that's just going to. Don't worry, like, I'm a rich billionaire. I'm just going to go and buy the Ferrari. Don't even tell me the price. I'm going to buy it. No, we're not that club. We're actually a smart club that does the right business at the right time. And, who knows? We might go and get Joe Koundé now for in the January transfer window. And we have Chalobah, in our team. We haven't sold him. And, okay, then people keep saying about Joe Koundé is a versatile player. He could have played in both positions. It's an easy answer for anyone to say that she's done a bad job, because she hasn't done a bad job. She's done an incredible job at getting players out. For me it's a plan. I can see it from the start of how the club runs, and since even before Lampard came in, or just when he came, from now the club is progressing. The club hasn't not progressed. The club has gone from here to there, and we're not there. We're not finished yet. We're still improving. We're still gonna. I think we're not the finished product. I think this season was to get players out, and now, even next summer and for the next 2-3 years, hoping that Thomas Tuchel goes on and succeeds. We're building a squad for the future, and look at the bids how we did with Kai Havertz. Bayern Leverkusen wanted 100 mil. We go home down to 70. Ben Chilwell for 80. We going down for 50. Yeah. And I have no doubt that Declan Rice next season, even if he comes or he doesn't come, that Chelsea are gonna do the same. We're gonna do the same business. They're gonna try and budge and get him for cheaper, and that's the way forward.
Declan Rice is a player that we want. He's a player that we want, and we're prepared to wait. Yes. We're prepared to wait to get him for the right price. Listen, I'm gonna go to Max, but Max, before I bring you in, I want to just focus on this element, and if you can incorporate it in your point, I would really appreciate it. Did you guys notice how today, I think it was last night and this morning, and up until this afternoon, there was a lot of talk about Callum Hudson-Odoi going out, either on loan to Germany or being sold to a Premier League club. Now, did you notice how that whole thing was squashed as soon as we got to the point where we knew Koundé wasn't coming? We were not going to be able to get this Koundé deal over the line. That shows me that Tuchel has a lot of input in regards to the players that are coming, the players that we're selling, and the players that are being loaned out. You see, had Koundé come in, he would have freed up the right centre back position, which meant Azpilicueta would play as a right wing back as well as Reece James. So those two players would occupy the area, because Koundé was going to play as our right centre back. The fact that Koundé hasn't come in, it means that we're still going to rely on Azpilicueta to fill in at right centre back as well as Chalobah. And that shows me that we are no longer buying players without thinking about the formation and the tactics that we are going to use moving forward, which was the problem back in the day. And that was a problem with the Drinkwaters and the Bakayokos and those players. So from that aspect, I'm really pleased to see Chelsea are also progressing and developing in the way that they acquire players. Max, your thoughts on Marina, please.
Yeah. Okay. So this season, and obviously last season we did a great transfer window, but what we didn't do so well was to get rid of deadwood. So this season, what we've done, we've actually managed to get Danny Drinkwater off our book. So for that, she deserves a Dame to become Dame Marina just for that. Yeah, because obviously we've noticed with him as well. We didn't extend his contract by a year. We said, yeah, Reading, you can have him once you're done. Bye. Bakayoko's gone. Again, it's with an obligation to buy, 2 year with an obligation. And we've also got rid of Zappa Costa. And so the only ones, we've only got a couple of deadwoods.
10 million.
Yeah,
10 million for Zappa Costa.
Yeah, we managed to get 10 million for him, yeah. But even if you look at the loan deals that we're doing, the ones that, for instance, with Batshuayi, where we extended this deal, and we've got loan deals. So what we're doing, we're getting a fee for these loans. So, okay, lots of people may say, oh, we wasted a lot of money on someone like a Bakayoko, but we've made so much on loan fees, and I think is 20 million euro at the end as an obligation. So if you add up the loan fees and the obligation, then we've got our money back on him anyway. We've kind of made a profit.
Yeah,
probably made a profit. Yeah. So we've cleared the books. We've got rid of those players, which is great. You know, we haven't got the wages on our books anymore. I suppose with the Drinkwater one, we're still going to have to pay some of his wages because he was on ridiculous. What was it, 115,000 a week or something ridiculous? Which I don't think Reading will be.
95,000.
Was it 95? So we'll probably pay 40,000 of that. But at least it's half. Even if it's half, it's half. Yeah. So that's it. So we addressed this striker position because that's what we needed to do. So we've got a new striker in. We also got in our midfielder. Defence, obviously, we'd like to have got in Kunde, especially after, as you said, Mo letting what's the name, Claire Zuma go. But again, I think with the emergence of Trevor Chalobah, I think we're kind of covered in that area for now. And if an injury comes in, we can revisit the Kunde one in January. Yeah, and for those people who are saying just pay the money for for Kunde or whatever, Chelsea, back in the day, Chelsea, whenever, obviously, because when we came in, Abramovic was the first sort of billionaire to come into a Premier League club. And when he came in, it was, oh, wow, we've got this guy with lots of money. So if it was somebody else, it was 15 million. If it was Chelsea, they'd add an extra 10 million bonus on top of that. And we were willingly paying that. Marina's come in. And since she's come in, she's saying, no, she's come in so that we don't get pushed around when it comes to transfers now. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I say a bit more flexibility, but you know what? Most of the time it works. Okay, and so what we don't want is to be one of these clubs. If we had paid the buyout clause for Jules Koundé, what would happen then is other clubs would say, yeah, they've done it, they've buckled this time, we're going to try and get top dollar from them.
Exactly.
And it's not sustainable. We're not PSG who can pay off FFP or get apparently the president's on the FFP board anyway. I don't know how that works out. So that's why they can afford to do these ridiculous deals like what we've seen today with the Mbappe situation. Just one last point before I let someone else talk. As you guys know, I've been supporting Chelsea for years, and when I started, and I know DJ would resonate with this as well, and probably Bobby. For years, we hadn't won anything. Okay, and then Ian Hutchinson, or Colin Hutchinson, I think it was. Yeah, Colin Hutchinson was our managing director at the time. And then we started to get all these people on the Bosman. So first of all, it was Ruud Gullit who came in, and then we had the likes of Gianluca Vialli and Zola came in, Mark Hughes, people like that. But they came in on the Bosman, but they came in on big wages. Yeah, and so us as fans, we're happy to see these players coming in. And then some of them, like we had a Bogard, so this guy called Bogard, and he sat on his wages for about 5 years, so sitting there, taking his wages and not even playing for us. And we got the likes of Hasselbank as well, Good Johnson, people like that. And so and we started to win things, yeah. So it was good for us as fans, because all I'm interested in is seeing us win things and be successful. But then Colin Hutchinson suddenly left, and we got this guy, Trevor Birch, who came in to take over. And what we found out that Chelsea were in a financial mess. So that's why we're in trouble. You know, we're in financial trouble. And Leeds, you saw it with Leeds United. Remember what happened with Leeds? Leeds did the same sort of thing as us. They've spent money that they didn't have. And so Leeds went down two divisions. Yeah, we could have gone that route had it not been that the fact that Trevor Birch got somebody in a sort of a negotiator who managed to find Roman Abramovich for us, and the rest is history. But we were that much. We could have gone down the same route as Leeds. You know, financially bankrupt. And finished at the club for years. Yeah. So Leeds have just come back up a couple of seasons ago. Yeah,
and apparently Roman was in the country looking at Spurs.
Yeah. So he flew over our ground and said, "Where's that ground over there?" And it's Chelsea's one. Yeah. So a lot of people are saying, you know what, it won't happen again. But supposing that we spend all this money and we get, and then heaven forbid, something happens like what happened with the Leicester owner. And I know a lot of people say that Roman's son may take her, but suppose both of them are on the plane, and they're not royalty, so they don't travel separately. So I think they travel together sometimes. And if something happens, and the club is in a mess. No, we got to be self-sustaining. We are now in a position where we sort of balance the books, because we've balanced the books on the Lukaku deal, haven't we? Lukaku and Saul, and we still come out only spent 10 million net or something like that. So we still got to look at our business model and have a sensible approach to the way we do business.
I agree.
I'll shut up now. I think I'm going on too long, so I'll let someone else.
No. Listen, people. If you really want to hear about Chelsea history, to hear about old school Chelsea, because a lot of the current fan base doesn't really know a lot about the the old stories and where we came from as a club. Max has a lot of good content on his channel that looks back at some of the things that we came through. Some of the players that played for us, some of the historic events that we've had. So again, I just want to shout out Max's channel, Burton Ballers. Actually, give me a second. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. I'll put the link in the chat to Burton Ballers in a second. Bobby, give me your thoughts on Marina Granovskaia.
Yeah, I've been listening with keen interest, and I'm sort of glad I followed Max, because I despair a little bit about this topic. I was on Jem's stream, I think yesterday, and we went into this topic, and yet again, whenever I mention Marina Granovskaia, I don't know where it comes from, because I never actually say anything bad about her. It's just I refuse to put her on a pedestal for her own good more than anything else. How many Chelsea fans even know of Colin Hutchinson, Trevor Birch, Ron Gorley, not to mention Peter Kenyon? We're not supposed to be knowing about these people. We're not supposed to be giving them a position that really is just unnecessary. I don't understand this culture that we've come into, where we always have to create a god. If there's anybody we should be hero worshipping, it's the Pied Piper himself, Roman Abramovich, that puts all these people together. And any transfer dealings that we have that works out tremendously, it is an almighty insult to the rest of the team around Marina Granovskaia if everybody's talking about Marina Granovskaia as if she takes the cash out of her purse and pays for these players herself. Look, last season, we were lucky. We had a free run at transfers. We went for it. We did good deals. We brought them in. Great. This season, we've gone for what we need. more than what we want. Great. We are a big-time club. We have to do deals season in, season out to keep the team fresh, strong, and we're doing the right thing by balancing our books. Where does this person come into all this? Yeah, she's in charge. She calls some shots. There's some deals going on that she's not even there at the table, if there is such a thing these days with all the teams and virtual business deals being done because of COVID. She's not even there. She'll just sign off or sign on. That is a sign of a good team and a good leader. She's not brokering all the deals. I don't know where we get off on, oh, Marina has done this. Oh, my. It grates my teeth. It is unnecessary and it's dangerous to her. Because somebody came on here and said something about Michael Emenalo. Now, his was a different sort of issue. There was a lot of racism involved with that guy. I was there. I saw it. I saw the extra security detail that had to be around that poor man who is responsible for a lot of the academy players we're enjoying today. But they were shooting him down. Why? Because he was there to be shot at. And now we're putting Marina in that same position where she's there to be shot at. And eventually, you know what's going to happen? Some deals will go bad, as they will, and they always do, because not everything works, and we will drive her away. I think we should stop the attention on this woman. All this stuff you see on Twitter and all that, I don't even read it. I just think it's very childish. It's crazy. Yeah, she's a woman. I think that's probably part of it. You know, we have this double standard. You know, some people, because she's a woman, they want her to be ripping up trees. Some people, because she's a woman, they want to pull her down. I'm not interested. No, I'm interested in the success of Chelsea Football Club. Marina is not the issue to me. Yeah, we can hero worship players. They come and go. They're on the pitch entertaining us. But backroom board stuff? Nah. Sorry.
All right. I should have left you to the end, not Boogeyman. I'll come back to you. I got a lot to say to you, Bobby. I'll come back to you. People, this is the Burton Ballers. This is the channel on YouTube. The link is in the chat. I would really appreciate a subscription to the Burton Ballers, lads. Click on that link. Go and give them a subscription. I would really appreciate that. Great channel. All right, here we go. Nah, my pleasure, mate. My pleasure. You do a lot of hard work, man. You know, I just wish the algorithm would acknowledge it. Bobby, listen, mate. It's not about worship. It's not about her doing all the work herself. I agree. You know, she has a team. She has a team of people who do a lot of the legwork, a lot of the admin work. They connect. They set up a lot of the tasks. Maybe all she does is sign off on certain things. Maybe, or maybe she does more than that. We don't know. I don't know. You don't know. We can assume. But what we do know is this.
Without saying too much, and I can't say too much, to a certain extent, I do know. And that's all I can say.
Enlighten us. Can you give us more?
I can't. You know, I have been around in and around Cobham. I have been in and around Stamford Bridge. You know people, you see people. There are people there that are not noticed and in the background are traveling up and down, carrying out instructions, doing all sorts of things for all these deals that we see. And when we ignore the fact that this is a team effort based on interactions within the board, decisions made by the board, and start to try and put the spotlight on someone just because it's fashionable or for whatever reason, I don't know. I think it's very disrespectful.
Bobby, I know that you have a better insight to this than I do. Therefore, I want to hear from you. So I'm asking you this question: Does she have the obligation or the responsibility to dictate how certain things are conducted or certain tasks are carried out or not? In regards to transfer deals.
If you're given an instruction to work within certain boundaries. And that is your responsibility, that those boundaries are adhered to. And within the logic of the context of things like saving money, making money, not being overspent, not being out of budget, and just as Max alluded to, not letting the financial purchases run away such that we cannot be sustainable should we need to be, then yes, she's in charge of that. But to say that all the nitty gritty of the deals and some of the hardball being played is just down to this one person, I think is very, very unfair to the team. And I don't know how we've got here, because Chelsea have always been like this. Every football club is like this. It's never down to one person. One person can sign off, one person can steer, but not one person does all the hardballing and all the deals. It's often people you won't even see in the background.
Would it be fair to say that she heads that team, but does that?
Of course she does.
Okay.
As far as we know.
Okay, so in that respect, then she is credited to the achievements of that team because she is the one that runs the team, correct?
If you want to do that, yeah.
Okay.
If you must do that, yeah.
The point I'm trying to make is this: when Tuchel receives the award for the best manager, well, he did not achieve that by himself. His team performed, and because of the performance of his team, he is the one that got the reward for being the best manager. Correct?
Tuchel selects his team. He picks his team. He guides his team directly. He's left autonomously over that team. That's a different dynamic. But this is a business model put together by Mr. Abramovic. A lot of the people around this person were not appointed by her. The good thing is being able to work with these people. That is definitely... Look, I'm not saying she shouldn't be given credit. Of course she should. What I am saying is that the amount of credit, the amount of hero worship, and the amount of spotlight being put on her is not only unfair to her, but it's unfair to the rest of the team. And it's never happened in football before. And the only reason it's happening is because she is a woman. And in a way, it's wrong. You know, we are inadvertently pretending, to be, unsighted and equal in these things. And at the same time, we're overdoing it such that this person is now being attacked at times where they shouldn't be attacked, and overpraised at times where it's teamwork. That's my point. And that's why I shy away from it, because I just think, I don't think it works like that in backroom board staff, which is all she is. She's in the back room. Yeah, sometimes the engine room is at the back, but you don't always have to see the engine. It's like Mr. Abramovich. He doesn't come out talking, giving interviews and things because he's happy funding his club and doing all manner of things that you will never see and know till probably years and years after he's long gone. That's the point I'm making.
Question. Last transfer window, we brought in a ton of players, good players. Who should be credited for those signings?
COVID-19.
Okay. Wow.
You asked.
Listen.
Oh,
I asked. Maybe I should have been more
we
precise.
should never credit the COVID for anything.
Who within the Chelsea establishment should be credited for that?
If you really want to, you see, I'm avoiding this deliberately. I'm
pushing this deliberately.
If you really want to credit anybody, and you take it right down to the person that's bankrolling this whole gaff.
Right. Abramovich. Okay.
I'm not going to hang this. Yeah, Marina's doing an excellent job. You see that is the difference in it. She's doing an excellent job, but I will not
That's
put
all I
her on a
wanted to say,
pedestal.
man. That's all I
Sorry?
wanted to say. That's all I wanted to say, man.
Of
That
course,
she's
but
doing an
I've
excellent
always
job.
said
Yeah.
that. I've always said that. But I refuse this pedestalizing her because I think it's wrong. I think we're missing it there. And it becomes highlighted in the fact that because she's pedestalized, she's also equally attacked brutally. Just flip through some Twitter some days. But why? Because we put her up there. And we all know that when you put someone up there in that capacity, they're just there to be shot at till they're shot down.
Would it be fair to say that we want someone to identify with this part of the system? I mean, we know who runs the team, we know who runs the club, but when it comes to the transfer window, we want to know who runs that, and maybe we're pushing her into that role unjustly. Maybe. The thing is this. I see things that are familiar. I see things that are repeating themselves. When you actually do something, I think Alex was talking about artwork. When you see a painting, you don't have to read who painted it for you to have an idea of who it might have been, because of the way the painting looks. It might be the first time you've seen it, but you know who it might be because you recognize the work. I recognize the work that Marina does. For example, the minute I heard that Sevilla went back on their word and they wanted to introduce another 15 million euros on top of the gentleman's agreement that happened between us and them, I knew that deal was off and it would not happen for the extra 15 million, because that's not what Marina does. Now, it might not be Marina per se, but it's the art of the deal. I'll use a phrase that the guys in North America know what I'm talking about. The art of the deal. The art of the way that Chelsea do their deals. If you go back on your word with us, we are not going to continue with the negotiation with you. And we saw that with Erling Haaland. The minute they started taking the mick, we stopped the deal. We pulled out. And the same thing happened with Koundé. And that's what I'm talking about. So Marina may not be the one that is instigating every single move or every single decision, but there is a framework that I believe is established by her, because we saw it change. When Roman first took over, the way that we handle transfers has developed and it has morphed into what we are seeing today. And this is what I am giving Marina credit for. I'll come back to you, Bobby. I want to hear Boogeyman's point of view on this, and then we'll open the discussion to everyone. Boogeyman, I'm scared. I'm really scared. Let me hear your thoughts on this, mate.
Normally, I don't really care about it. Marina is a woman. She looks like a tough one. I don't care. Listen, she can take care of herself. I don't care if she get abused or if she get yelled at. That's part of her job. The thing is sometimes you have a department. They have to have someone that allow people. Like he's going to be protecting all the other one that we don't see, that really do the negotiation, kind of going through the scouting and all those things. All we know is she has the final say on transfer. She negotiated the price and of the sales and signing. I remember. I understand what Bobby is saying. I understand pretty much what Mark said. I remember that Sarri and Conte at one point was saying that Marina was the reason why we didn't go after a specific signing, because he said those signing was too expensive, and then he closed the bank. He said, I don't want to sign those. And she got abused for it and all those things. But is it for me to worry about it? There's a reason why she's at that position, and the only thing I'm happy about is she has Abramovich ear. So whatever Abramovich trusts her. Abramovich trusts her, and whatever she asks Abramovich, maybe it's easy to have someone there that Abramovich trusts that much, because I think they both work since Abramovich has a CBNet or CBEF, whatever that company is, and he brought her into Chelsea. So listen, all those whining about she getting abused, she's a tough woman, and that's what her job description is. She has to represent his department. That's the transfer department or whoever negotiates those fees and stuff. She get abused for it. She can take it. It's not for me to care about it. All I care about is, do we have a team that can compete? Yeah, she seemed to deliver this season. I'm talking about today. So I don't care about 2 years ago. I don't care about yesterday. I only care about today and tomorrow. And listen, if during the season we notice that we need a player and the player is not signed, I'd say Granovskaia out. I will say that. I think even that, I've never seen a financial department.
Boogeyman.
Let me finish this one quick before I lost my.
Go on.
I work as an engineer. I've never liked my financial department or any of those people that were supposed to fund us or give us equipment. I've never liked it. And if you start liking those departments, that means you're doing something wrong. So I'm happy that there's a fan that hate her and there's another fan that defend her. That's all I can say.
Okay, is she the one, in your opinion, accountable for the transfer successful or failures? Is she, in your opinion, the one accountable for that?
She is the one. Listen, she is the one, because money defines everything. She is the one that said, yeah, let's go with this, or we not. Maybe she's not the one going around meeting with people, scouting for the player quality, what exactly the coaching is. But I'm pretty sure there's a time that coming to Chelsea that Frank Lampard said, I need Declan Rice, and they'll be like, okay, let's go get Declan Rice. And then someone come back and say, he's going to cost us 100 million. She's like, what? No. It's not going. Go find someone that is around 50 million.
Boogeyman.
Yeah.
So, I just want to clarify something. In your opinion, if she is only in charge for saying yes and no, good deal, bad deal, that's it. Does that give her credit for the success and the failures when it comes to transfers? I mean, I know it's more, but I'm saying if it was just for that, would that be enough?
Yeah, for me, she is.
Okay.
Yeah, she is. Okay. She get a credit and she get abused when it doesn't work well. And I think it's good. And Abramovich trusts her, so I don't care about any other stuff.
Fair enough. I'm actually going to give Julius and Mo a chance to come in, and then we'll open the discussion. Julius, how are you, my man? Welcome to the stream.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Hi, Julius. I know you've been in the stream since the beginning. I've seen you in the chat. I want to address the Marina Granovskaia situation, and I want to know, in your opinion, firstly, because this is an interesting avenue of an interesting perspective that Bobby has also inserted into this discussion, and I think it's something that we should address. Firstly, is Marina Granovskaia doing a good job in regards to the transfer window? Has it been a successful transfer window? Point number one. And point number two, how much or how accountable is she for the success and the failure of the transfer window? As a person within the Chelsea organization. And Mo, that question will also be given to you after Julius.
Yeah, I want to start by saying I agree with Bobby 100% with everything he said. I want to answer by saying Marina Granovskaia is a lucky woman because we have Thomas Tuchel. And the reason I say that is that the ship was sinking when we had Conte, and that basically because of her garbage transfer window. And then you could say the same thing under Sarri. Even the Sarri appointment, I wasn't with it.
So, Julius, just go back a little bit. Are you talking about this transfer window?
No, I'm talking about how Marina Granovskaia is a lucky woman. This transfer right now, why she's lucky and why she gets a lot of praise. I want to highlight the failures that she had before, and how she got lucky now with Thomas Tuchel. Because people forgot when Thomas Tuchel came in, we were 10th, and then before of that, we haven't won any major trophy in a while, man. Like, when was the last time we won a major trophy? What was the Premier League under Conte? Since then, we haven't won a major trophy. We've won a Europa League. That's not a major trophy for me, you know. So Thomas Tuchel is what made us be in a strong position right now. He did a miracle. None of us expected us to be European champions. People forgot that we had to wait last day of the Premier League. I think Aston Villa or I think Tottenham won their game last day of the transfer window, and that's how we got 4th place. So the whole sentiment of Marina doing an amazing job would have been absolutely different, completely different. You know what I mean? So when we had success before under Conte, when we also had, we can even go further back. We had success with Mourinho at some point. I know Emenalo was there, but Emenalo wasn't the only issue at the time. People were blaming her. I remember Twitter was trending Marina out 3 years ago. You remember that? Anyone of you remember that?
I do.
So it just shows you how our fan base is a flip-flop, and I've said it many times. Marina Granovskaia is responsible for our failures, 100%. But I'm sorry, this success that we are in right now was a fluke, because it was all Thomas Tuchel. He should be the one who should be praised. Only him.
Can I just cut you off for 1 second, Julius?
Yes.
You started this conversation by saying, I agree with Bobby 100%. Bobby never said that she was a failure. Bobby said that this accountability should not be placed on her shoulders. So you don't agree with him 100%.
I might have missed that. No, I think she is responsible for our bad transfers. We've paid 36 million for Bakayoko, 37 mil for Batshuayi, 25 mil for Zappacosta. Nobody talks about this. You know, we are where we are right now because of Thomas Tuchel, not because of Marina. Simple as that.
Okay.
But Julius, couldn't you say though that the transfers and the team were good enough, but we didn't have a good enough manager to train those players? Because it showed the quality of the players when a good manager came to the club.
Right.
So if Thomas Tuchel, what I'm saying though, if Chelsea had made those transfers, but Thomas Tuchel had started from September, then it would have made it seem like the Marina, and we probably would think that those transfers and Thomas Tuchel would have got those players playing well. Then wouldn't that made then Marina's summer transfer good?
No, because that's ifs and buts. It was all by chance. The reason that, like, look at when they appointed Frank Lampard. That was a bad appointment. I was with Frank Lampard all the way. By the way, I was against him getting sacked. Yeah. But at the time, I was saying, you knew this guy didn't have experience. Why did you not give him time? Why did you appoint him and set him to fail? You either be patient with him or no. When they went for Thomas Tuchel, it was by luck. And the proof of that is that they only gave him 18 months because they were not sure. They didn't want to tie themselves with him for a longer contract in case he fails. It's not because we are smart and we are. I'm not saying we're not smart in certain things, but I'm saying in that department, we got lucky. Let's be honest. Thomas Tuchel is the reason why we are in a strong position now.
Julius.
Listen, sorry. Go on.
No, Julius, I understand when you started. I mean, she did sign Bakayoko, all those things. But again, when you say it's a fluke, it's a luck, and all those things, business and investment is always about luck. You can invest in a player and come to be a good investment, or come to be not a good investment. So at the end of the day, if you blame her for some failure, you have to give her the credit when everything is going okay. Because as of today, when we're talking, Chelsea won the Champions League. And we go into a season where we signed Lukaku, which I don't even like, but at least she solved that a striker problem. And 2 days or 20 minutes before, 3 hours or few hours before the transfer closed, she just put Saul Niguez into a Chelsea team. So at the end of the day, just saying she's not good or that's the fluke and all those things. I think I kind of understand where you're coming from, but when you put a lot of negativity on her, or the fact that she's a lucky woman, I'd rather have a lucky woman as a chief executive than have someone that work hard and no results. So for me,
Boogeyman's positive.
One second. I can't believe what I just heard from Boogeyman. But big up to you. I want to add a caveat to Boogeyman that I'll give Bobby and Max a chance to also add something.
First, actually.
Yeah, Max. What did I say? Max and Bobby.
Yeah.
Max and Bobby. Just one thing. You guys made me bloody lose my train of thought. Bloody hell, man. Max, go ahead. I'll try to remember it. Go on, Max.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. So I just want to address 2 points that Julius has made. Okay. First of all, right, why is everyone saying that Marina is the one who identifies the players? Marina Granovskaia does not identify the players. The players are identified by the scouting team, which is headed up by Scott McLaughlin. So that's the first thing. What Marina's role is to negotiate the deals. So where you can say she's failed in some instances is sometimes if she plays hardball too much and walks away from a particular deal, So sometimes, as I said, I feel that she could be more a bit flexible in her approach, but sometimes she has to play that role where she can't get walked over. Okay. And just the other one about the Frank Lampard situation, who else would have taken that job under the circumstances that we had? Because no top manager would do it, because without no transfer market and with losing our best player. So I think Lampard was the best manager, I think, for us at that particular time. And it worked, because what he did, he came in, he done a particular job of introducing some of the younger players integrating them into the team. Was it too early for him? Probably, yeah. But do I regret it? No, because what we're seeing now, he laid the foundations and Tuchel came and finished everything off.
Yep. I want to emphasize on what Max also said. In regards to the way we picked and the way we chose our players, I think there was a big difference in respect to Lampard coming in with Georgie Morris, with Petr Cech, with even our players were getting involved when it came to the signings that we made last season. I think it was more in respect to what's the word here? The players were chosen by footballers, by people who knew more about the game, more about what was required, rather than people in the board. I always from day one, and this was my main criticism of Marina back in those days. Marina does not know much, if anything, when it comes to football, but she knows a ton when it comes to striking a deal, negotiating, finances. But the football aspect within Chelsea Football Club has improved a lot when it comes to the way. I mean, Max was talking about the scouting system. I think now they have more influence in selecting players, rather than just in regards to what position and what the team is lacking. So that is one aspect. I'll give Bobby a chance to come in. In regards to this super chat by Patel. Well, everyone has a chance. Does Ronaldo make them more likely to win?
Yes.
No, because they still have Oli got to go and score as their manager. For Manchester United to progress, they need to address their management position, their manager. I think they need someone with a bit more experience. If they were to get someone like Conte in, then I would say it's done. But I think Manchester United is lacking when it comes to the way that their team is managed. They have a very good squad, very good players. Ronaldo makes them even better. But I think they need a little bit more when it comes to the managerial side of things. And we saw that with Chelsea. Once Tuchel came in, with the same players that Frank Lampard was struggling to find a rhythm and success with, we won the Champions League under Tuchel. So it is what it is. Thank you for your super chat. Much appreciated. Bobby, take it away, mate.
I was going to ask, this is my point exactly. I am with Julius with a lot of what he said, and we tend to think very much alike. But what I was saying is I am dead against this creation of unnecessary heroes, gods, celebrities within a system where they just should not be seen. Real Madrid today, or was it last night, put £189 million down on the table to PSG to
Mbappe.
For Mbappe. They said no, Madrid walked away. Who did that? We don't know who did that. We just know Real Madrid did that. And that's where I think Chelsea should be, because the finance team.
Sorry, Bobby. I think we don't know, but maybe the people who support Real Madrid, who are part of the fan base, they probably don't. They probably know.
The point I'm making is it doesn't matter.
Okay,
it really doesn't matter.
Fair enough.
It's not the issue. The issue is the club has done something. You, Mo, who we love and follow as we do, has set up a stream that has all of us almost rushing home from work to get on the panel. That's your creation. The star of the show is often Boogeyman with his negative attitude. Now, Boogeyman's out there. What does it make the rest of us that are part of the team that makes the stream worth listening to at all? That is, if anybody thinks it's worth listening to. You see what I'm saying?
Bobby, right now we've been streaming for two hours plus, and you got 166 people watching you.
Fantastic. So, well, there you go.
Big up to everyone. Big up to everyone.
There you go. But, I'm just trying to make a point that, look, sometimes we make heroes where heroes shouldn't be made. Sometimes you've got to allow people to just do their jobs and step back. I will not be on this Marina Granovskaia bandwagon. She shouldn't be seen. She should just do her job. And if she doesn't do it properly, in the back room, they will either accept it or get rid of her. When there's a problem in the club, who do people point at? They point at the board, mainly. You hardly ever get individuals in the board being picked out. The next person that is picked out is the owner, the person that is primarily responsible for the board. This is Roman Abramovich's gaffe, not Marina's.
I want to add something to what Bobby said. Obviously,
the
thing is, Mo, people might take this as negative. Me or Bobby or Boogeyman or whoever, any of us are not being negative here. We are optimistic. I was saying we're going to win the league. That has nothing to do with being negative or at all. We're supporting Lukaku, even though I have question marks. We're believing in the team. We're bigging up the manager. For me, I'm just consistent. I was not Marina out when everyone else was Marina out. I'm just giving my opinion, criticizing her performances from the previous year, because I remember very well what we went through. And what Max said proves my point even more, is that nobody would have taken this job other than Lampard, because we were in a bad situation, because of certain decisions made by the board from previous years that was piling up. Now, for me, Roman Abramovich is invincible. I will never criticize him. I'll never say anything. Marina Granovskaia is very responsible whether we succeed or fail. I can give her some credit about what she's done well. She offloaded a lot of the deadwood that we had this summer. And that, again, is the remnants of previous bad transfer windows. And also, good for her, she got us Thomas Tuchel. Thank you for getting us probably the best manager in the world right now. So I don't want everyone to think that I'm being negative or pessimistic and I'm not happy with how Chelsea is doing. This has nothing to do with it.
You know what? I just think that's
Sorry,
what we
Max,
get. We get
Max, I just want to cut you off for a second. I want to bring Mo in, and then I'll open it because he's been waiting patiently for the past 20 minutes. Mo, welcome to the stream. Give me your thoughts on Marina Granovskaia, my man.
I think we're being too reactionary. I mean, I know Julius said there that whatever signings we've made right now is because of Tuchel's power and what Tuchel's done. But Werner, Kai Havertz, Mendy, these were bought before Tuchel came in under Frank Lampard. These are great signings we're talking about right here. N'Golo Conte, Eden Hazard in the past years. If we're gonna go after Marina for the bad signings that have happened, we need to also give her credit for the good signings that she's made. She's the face of Chelsea FC and doesn't know what's going on the pitch. She's got the gist of financial stuff as well as the football stuff. No one is going to be at somewhere like Chelsea FC for the last 20 years and not know how it works. I'm sure she's been doing something right, something that Roman Abramovich likes, which has ended up her getting a job for the last 20 years. It's not easy becoming a director of like.
I don't even think Roman's been at Chelsea for 20 years, so I don't know where that's coming from.
15 years still is a long time. 15.
She hasn't been there from the beginning.
I think she has been.
I think she's
when
been there for 7
years. When Peter Kenyon was there? Or
she came a bit later.
All this hero worshipping. This is what I'm saying.
I'm not hero worshipping Marina. I'm just saying that we can't take credit away from her for the signings that she's made. If we're talking about what happened with the situation with Koundé and where I think they increased the price after a deal in principle, that's just the right thing to do. We don't want to come off as a club who can agree for something and then end up having to go on others' terms. This just makes us look weak. Why would you want to pay an extra amount after a deal in principle has been made?
But Mo, you don't have to be an expert to know you don't have to pay for Conde 80 million, though. And bring anyone from anywhere, you would know that doesn't make sense. It's not that because she's a genius she didn't pay the money. That's minimum requirement not to do that. Because we've paid nearly 40 million for Bakayoko before.
Julius, I'm gonna say something about this. Listen. You all know my position in respect to Marina Granovskaia. I have a lot of respect for what she has done and the way that she works. But at the same time, we got to name problems. We got to criticize when we see something isn't right. For example, I'm very happy with this transfer window. However, could it have been better? Yes. We put ourselves in a position that confuses me in respect to one area. Why, and maybe you guys can explain this to me because I'm still trying to figure it out. Why did we not sign Varane for the amount of money that we wanted, for actually less than the amount of money that we're prepared to pay for Koundé? When this guy is a proven French international. I think he's a World Cup winner, isn't he? Varane is a World Cup winner.
Yeah.
Okay, now Koundé is up and coming, and we are looking to pay 55 million. We actually offered to pay 55 million for him, but because they're sticking with that price, we didn't go down that route. Now, I'm not trying to say Marina's making a mistake. I'm just trying to say that there are certain things that don't make sense, and we have to say, we are Chelsea fans, and listen. This is something that we have to understand. I don't have to agree with everything that Bobby is saying for me to agree with Bobby, or I have to agree with everything Max is saying for me to agree with Max. I can agree with certain things that Bobby has said, and I can agree with certain things that Max has said, okay, and I can form my own opinion. I agree when Bobby says we can't put everything on her shoulders, good or bad. I agree with that. I also agree when Max says that she has done a good job. I also agree when Julius says that she could be doing a better job. See, we don't have to put ourselves in a box. We are either Marina in or Marina out, because that's not the conversation we're having. Marina,
can I say something?
One second, please. Marina is a part of the Chelsea establishment. She has been given a big task and a big accountability that she needs to oversee. Now, she's doing a good job. Can she do better? Of course she can. Just like we won the Champions League, but could we have done better? Of course we could. And we should set ourselves higher standards every time. So am I happy with the way Marina's doing her job? Yes. Do I think she's doing a perfect job? No. And I can't just put all these labels on. Like Boogeyman is saying this. Therefore Boogeyman is from that side of the aisle. Bobby's saying that, and then he's from that side of the aisle. No, people can switch. People can change. People can also change their minds when they see something that impresses them. Or when they see something that disappoints them. People, keep an open mind. Keep an open mind, because we are still growing. Chelsea will continue to grow. All right, we can't put these labels, and I can't believe we've actually hit 235 viewers on the channel. We are 13 minutes away from the closure of the transfer window. Thank you to everyone who has just joined the stream. I know everybody and their dog is streaming right now. So big up to everyone who has joined the Blue Lounge. Hit that like button. I beg you, hit that like button. Let's get to 200 likes on the stream. And thank you for being here. I interrupted, I think, Boogeyman. Boogeyman, I apologize. Take it away, my man.
Can I just interrupt all of you guys and just say something here? Saul's deal to Chelsea seems like it's in danger, as it's dependent on whether Atletico buy Griezmann or not.
No, it's not.
No.
It's not.
That's Barcelona. Barcelona's. Go on.
Saul to Chelsea. I'm just reading it off Fabrizio Romano.
I'm checking now. Official and no, that's a different one. Go on. I'll check it. Boogeyman, take it away, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I just say I like the fact that our panel is a little tonight, a little fisty and a little confrontational. I like that. And what I want to say also is we entered this transfer window with a purpose. So we need to sign a striker. It is done. Then at one point we feel like, okay, we need a backup for a midfielder. Rice was not available. So then you can understand, even during the transfer window, target or objective can change a little. Maybe at the beginning, Varane was available, but it was not our priority. And Manchester United was in advanced contact with Varane. Then we cannot do anything at that point. So you can see at one point we're thinking about Koundé, because Koundé can play defensive midfielder and can also play in the center-back position. So if we're looking for a pure defender, maybe we should have gone for Varane at early stage of the transfer. But because our priority back then, we have a good defensive system. And our priority is to find a midfielder. Rice is not available. And that's maybe why Koundé came to the equation, that we're still thinking of someone that can play as a defensive and as a center back. So, and like the question is, why didn't we go for Varane? I understand why target objective may change during the same transfer windows, but at the end of the day is the fact that I would like us three, the negative team, like me, Bobby, and the other thing to understand is, yeah, I understand.
Boogeyman, I just want to interrupt you for 1 second, because this is breaking news. These three deals are all interlocked. De Jong, Griezmann, and Saul Niguez. From what I understand, the Antoine Griezmann deal might be falling through. So what impact is that going to have on Saul? I can't tell you. But from what I understand it, the paperwork is done. And it has been submitted for Saul Niguez. So Chelsea and Atletico Madrid have completed that bit. But is there something to say that if the Griezmann deal doesn't go through, it's going to stop that? I don't know. But from what I understand, the paperwork has been submitted for Saul Niguez. It hasn't been officially announced yet, because I think they're waiting to see what happens with the other two deals. So lads, it's going to be a tricky 10 minutes. But we'll keep checking.
You got to bear in mind it's not 10 minutes neither. So it's, although the deadline finishes at 11, you got what you call the deal sheet. If the deal sheet's sent off to the Premier League, then it can be completed an hour or so afterwards. And I just think the quotes coming in from Fabrizio, it's not on his official fix. I'm not sure where they're saying.
I haven't seen it. I checked. You're correct, Max.
It's not coming from. So sometimes what you have is these stupid people who want to get a 5 minutes of fame creating an account saying that they're Fabrizio Romano or something. If somebody's quoted it from one of those dodgy accounts, then yeah. But it's not I'm looking at Fabrizio's actual Twitter, and it's not on there.
I can confirm what Max has just said. I checked. I could not find this particular tweet or this particular sequence referred to by Fabrizio Romano. So whether it's
Everything I'm
accurate or not,
seeing, Saul Niguez is a done deal. It's just a
And
formality.
Sky
It's not
said,
a tweet. It's not a tweet because it's on his Twitch channel.
oh, is that where it's from?
It's because he's streaming right now. That would be the only place where we could probably get it from.
I've got Twitch actually.
Could I
It's on my
your
phone.
Twitch?
I can't. If I go there,
I've got it up here, and I can see he's streaming at the moment. So I'm guessing that's where they got it from.
okay.
All right.
He's actually waiting in the offices to sign the contract, apparently. So I don't know.
Okay. Okay. But everywhere seems to think this deal's done. Sky's saying it. I've switched.
I think
to...
the clearer picture which this
Sky
tweet
literally
does-
50 seconds ago, Sky Sports says that it's done.
Yeah, although
50 seconds
Sky,
ago.
they have got it wrong in the past as well. But, you know, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what we got.
My thoughts on this is that the tweet that they have made, Absolute Chelsea have made, hasn't gotten all the information because he said the deal is set and done in principle. It's just about getting the paperwork through, which I think can also happen after the window closes, as long as there is
Yes,
an
it
actual
can.
deal.
It can.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
If you fact the deal sheet over by 11, and then, then
Yeah.
they can do all the other bits
Yeah.
afterwards.
so I don't think it's too much of an issue, but people are just getting it out of the way because of
No, I'm just reading. Sorry, guys. I'm just reading. It says Saul Niguez deal is basically done. Just paperwork remaining via Sky. I think it's what's his name? Is it the guy who's been running the squad?
Cav,
Yeah, he's the one that's
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
saying it.
Yeah, that's who I'm listening to now.
Yeah,
Actually.
yeah.
This
So,
dude.
so my question is, in a
6
few
minutes.
years we've seen Ross Barkley or Drinkwater running into Cobham in the middle of the night to sign a deal. So when the player is coming from outside of UK, is that different? Do they have to be on the UK soil by midnight or something?
No.
They said, he just said they
The
just
paperwork. Listen. The paperwork has to be submitted. Doesn't even have to be completed.
Yeah.
It just has to be submitted.
Yeah, but why is a Barkley in the middle of the night? They will take a picture of Barkley entering Coban, I think it was Drinkwater.
I think as long as the main paperwork is done, it should be fine. It's about the negotiations which can happen later, as long as there's a deal that says.
But I thought I saw a picture of either Barkley or Drinkwater in the middle of the night going to Cobham to sign a deal or something. Anyway,
That was Barkley, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Was it
For,
Barkley?
for his medical that he failed.
Yeah.
Barkley, you know, there's always these players that just they don't fulfill their potential because of their behavior, and Barkley is one of those. Because now nobody really wants him. This was a player that had the world at his feet when he started out as a kid in Everton, but you know, bad living just put everyone off him. Sad.
Can you guys confirm? It says loan. This dude is saying loans have a what is it? Have a later deadline. Is there such a thing? I've not heard that. Is there such a thing?
I don't know about loans.
No, I don't think so. I think if you're loaning somebody out to a team not in the Premier League, then that's different.
Or the lower leagues.
Yeah, but not from Premier League to Premier League. It's got to be completed today.
All right.
Ampadu going to Venezia. Venezia.
Yeah.
Vicenza.
Vicenza. Sorry. What do you think about that?
He deserves better than that.
Good deal.
Sure.
Good deal for him.
No.
Good deal for him. I think.
What football do they play?
I think Ampadu.
To be honest, I don't know because they've just been promoted in this area.
Exactly.
Okay.
Man, what are you on? Why do you say that? Just
What
out
did he
of
say?
curiosity. He said
What did
he
he say?
deserves better than that. He always
He does.
has this slant. Okay.
No, but he does. He does.
Okay.
But listen. What Ampadu, Boogie. Listen. Ampadu.
He's a
Ampadu,
wind up, that Boogie. He's winding you up.
my opinion. Listen. It's entertainment business, man. It's entertainment business. Listen, Ampadu is a very good player. But the thing is this: apart from Conte, did you guys see anyone praise him as a player with a lot of potential? Huh?
Sorry.
Who?
Sorry.
Didn't Sarri use it? I think Sarri.
Yeah, Sarri tried to use him as a
praise
backup
him.
for Jorginho.
Praise him.
Yeah.
Listen, Ampadu was a kid.
Ampadu
was a kid, and Conte was praising him literally every other press conference. But apart from Conte, no one praised him, and I don't understand why.
Sarri did
is
so.
he?
Even
Sarri played him. Sarri played him in a few cup games. But that was it. That was it.
Sarri said, in the Jorginho position, I'm trying to use Ampadu also. Because I think Ampadu has the quality. He has shown a lot of things in the training that I think he can handle. But today, during the game when Ampadu was playing and Jorginho was sitting on the bench, he has to take Ampadu out and put Jorginho because he said he needs time to adapt to that position. That's what Sarri said at one press conference. And then Lampard came in, and then the kid went on loan. He seemed to be the big thing, like him and Billy Gilmore. They seem to be an advanced little on their ages group. He was 16, he was playing for 18, or he was 18, he was playing for 21, or something like that.
To be fair, what did Ampa do was that he never really did very well on his loans. Not through his own fault. He just went to the wrong teams. Especially that Sheffield United loan, that really messed him up.
That's what I said earlier.
Oh, the other thing is he has been playing in too many different positions. He was taught to be a midfielder and a centre back. I don't like that from a player. I would like them to just be a centre back or just be a midfielder. Just hold the position and better yourself at that position.
This is the concern with Billy Gilmore. You see, when you go to a struggling team, I'm not sure that does a lot for your development, because Sheffield United crushed Ampadu, and the way Norwich is going, it's only 3 games in. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure about that loan. He would have been better off either staying at Chelsea or going to somewhere like someone that you're kind of sure won't be relegated, like maybe Villa or someone like that he would actually get perhaps a bit more game time and learn something.
I agree with Bobby.
Listen, people.
Yeah,
we got a minute to go. Yeah. And right now, there's nothing to confirm that Saul Niguez has signed for Chelsea.
Yeah, but he does.
Yeah, but you don't have to wait. By midnight.
He's in Spain. He's not even going to do his medical till tomorrow.
He's right now. He's sitting with his agent. Apparently, he's sitting with his agent, signed the paperwork. Apparently,
they know better than us. If he's sitting with his agent, I mean, is a normal thing.
That means the paperwork is done, right?
Yeah, I would say so. So we don't have to worry too much. Unless there's any new development, I don't think we should be worrying.
Apparently, it's just like buying a house. I remember once when I used to buy my house, I was sitting there waiting until
window closed.
The money came in from the other buyers. So so what I think what they're doing, I think the Griezmann deal is sorted apparently, but they're waiting for the Saul deal before the Griezmann one can be signed off.
Mandem's making moves, isn't it?
Mandem, the window just shut, Mandem. Window just shut, and Saul hasn't been confirmed yet. Listen. Wait.
No need for concern, mate. No need for concern.
Listen. Check out this curveball. So if Saul doesn't get confirmed yet, does that mean Marina Granovskaia sucks? Yeah. Does that mean she's had a bad window?
In all fairness, she's got to take some of the blame, because that's what happens when you leave things to the last minute.
Lastminute.com.
Things like this can happen. Yeah. The point I was going to make on the Marina one before, I think I was going to say something with regard to you guys. We are living in a world of social media now, yeah. And so when in the social media era, there's going to be heroes and villains. There's no in between, and you see that with players as well. You see that you have to either be on one player's side or another player's side. If you're a Declan Rice fan, you can't like Jorginho and all this nonsense. So that's the world that we're living in. And with Marina, I don't praise her when she does great things because it's her job, as Bobby said. And at the same time, if things don't go well, I'm not all this Marina out nonsense because I just think it's just ridiculous, So leave her to do her job and don't do any of this hero worshipping. I don't do it with players neither. I've never done that. I'll just say if they're good, I'll praise them. If they're not good, I'm going to criticise them. I've even criticised Eden Hazard at times when he hasn't played good games. Some people thought Eden Hazard couldn't do anything wrong. But I look at it as I see it. So praise when it's deserved, criticism when it's deserved, and that's the way it should be.
Yeah, that's it. I even want John Terry out of Chelsea team when he missed that penalty at the final of Champions League. I didn't want him at all anyway because I was so pissed at him. But again,
Julius, let me hear your thoughts, Julius.
No, I said spot on what Max said.
Okay.
Also, what you mentioned earlier as well, Mo. None of us, I think, here is Marina out. We never said Marina out. All we're doing is we're just giving our opinions. We could have different opinions, whether we like that transfer window or no, and that's it. None of us here is saying she should go. I disagree. She shouldn't go. So, but we're just giving our opinion on. I think we should have done better. Max believes we did okay. You believe we did good. Maybe we shouldn't have left it till last minute to sign a midfielder. Like we can't all agree on the same thing, but people cannot just make conclusions that we're saying Marina out. We're just saying what we think what she did this transfer.
Correct. I want to say something. This is a reminder for deadline of 2300 11 p.m. The deal sheet cannot be used before 2100 and needs to arrive fully completed before the transfer window closes. Once the sheet arrives, clubs have got another 2 hours or until 1 p.m. in which to submit the full paperwork. Do you understand, guys? So
paperwork could be ongoing.
Exactly. So are we going to be here till 1 p.m.?
We've seen that before where somebody was it like Torres. I think the Torres one wasn't actually completed at 11 o'clock.
No.
I think we found out just after that it was agreed. And there's sometimes you have to wake up the next morning and you find out that the deal sheet has gone in.
I think drink water as well.
No, I mean, I've got my juice. I got my juice, man. I'm drinking juice.
No, I meant is because the facts and paperwork from Leicester. It takes about an hour after that.
Yeah, what a pity.
Solomon Rondon. Gosh.
What a pity. Well, that one should have fallen through, that drink water one. That was
if only.
Oh, drinking water is so good.
Yeah, man. Arsenal have signed another player.
Yeah.
Apparently, they're not sure what he is. A right back, a centre back. They haven't got a clue what position he
I
plays.
think he's a right back.
Maybe. I don't know.
I saw a picture of him from distance. I don't know if he's from China. I'm not gonna.
Japanese guy.
Oh, he's Japanese. I don't
he's
want to say if he's Chinese or Korean or not, but I think he looks Asian to me.
From Bologna.
Yeah, no,
And then they say he's
Japanese
really
international.
tall. He said he's really tall and physical.
He's 22 years old, I think.
And where was he playing? What was he playing before when he was?
Bologna, in Italy.
Oh. Good. So Arsenal they spent what 160 M now?
Yeah, 160. Yeah.
And they still have bullshit. They don't have a gym.
Listen, people. We're not going to hear nothing for another maybe 10-15 minutes. So I want to address a couple of other topics regarding the transfer window. And I was talking to Julius about this. I think it was a couple of days ago. And it's interesting. It really is interesting, and I really want to hear your thoughts on this. But listen, guys who are asking about Koundé, it's not going to happen. It's done. Koundé is finished. Me and Julius were talking about some of
It's
the players
January,
that were
man.
out on that we actually sold in this window. We're talking about specifically Tammy Abraham. Now, Alex, I don't know if you're still there, mate, but Tammy Abraham now is playing for AS Roma. Have you guys seen the change in the fan base, in the way that they are addressing Tammy Abraham, the way that they are talking about Tammy Abraham? The man has been gone for 5 minutes, and all of a sudden he is the De Bruyne, the Mo Salah. He's, we let him go. Come on, lads. Seriously. Listen, Tammy Abraham was never a bad player. He just wasn't Chelsea standard, apparently. In my opinion,
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about me. I don't care about I could be wrong, but in my opinion, Tammy Abraham wasn't the level that we wanted at Chelsea, in my opinion. Will he get there? Maybe. But Tammy Abraham was not at the standard that we wanted. So we sold him. But all of a sudden, Tammy Abraham is the next thing, the best thing since sliced bread. So I want to know what you guys think about this. And it's open season for everyone. Actually,
right.
wait, no. I want Max to start. Let me hear Max.
If Max will let me put the energy into this debate, please.
Oh. All right. I'll let Max allow you. Max, do you concede your position to Boogeyman?
Yeah, go on then, Boogie.
Go on, Boogeyman.
I can respond to his nonsense. So, yeah.
All right, let's hear this.
Let me put it this way.
This will be interesting.
Tammy is not a Chelsea standard. That's what I heard from Mo, right? So
Yeah.
is Lukaku a Chelsea standard?
Yes.
Lukaku is nowhere Chelsea standard. Lukaku.
Well, it depends on your standards, isn't it?
What I saw for Tammy at Roma this week, the kid just needs confidence. He just needs a hug. He needs to be held.
I seen Tuchel hug him twice. I seen Tuchel hug him twice. He hugged him twice, man.
Tuchel has done none of those things. That's why now we see the next big thing in Syria. Lukaku is with us now. We have to love him. I'm ready to hug Lukaku, but he's too big for me. But the other thing I want to say, he's not the Chelsea standard. If anybody mentioned that word again, that Tammy was not Chelsea standard, then I'm going to be really mad at that person. Lukaku is not Chelsea standard. He still play for us. Max, go on.
Yeah, Tammy's not Chelsea standard. Yeah.
Yeah, that's two. Me and Max, man. Me and Max.
Right, no, listen to me. You should judge him on. Lukaku wasn't even that bad against Liverpool. I thought he was up against two of the best central defenders, and he was okay. Judge Lukaku over a season. Judge Tammy over a season. And what you got, even if Tammy posts numbers over there, it doesn't mean that he would have done the same thing at Chelsea. You guys got to realise you've got different leagues, you've got different systems. Was he playing against a team who plays low block? Or was he playing against a team who, if you, as I said, you look at who played the other day? Giroud scored 2 goals in his debut as well, didn't he, for AC Milan? When you're looking at it, so there may be a player who exceeds at one club, but when he comes to a different club with different demands on him, then he's not going to give you those numbers. So he'll probably be a success over there. I'm not saying he isn't, but does that mean that he would have been a success at Chelsea? No. He's under Lampard. We saw, he scored 17 goals, was it, in the first season? But there was still something in his game that needed improvement. Chelsea have recognised that he can become a good player. That's why they've got an option to buy him back when he's improved. Okay, so I think if he comes back a more rounded player, he's working under a manager in high demands in Mourinho. It's all the better for us. We get back a player, and we don't. 60 million we get him back for? 64 million, and quid's in. So Lukaku would have gone by then. 4 years time, 32, 33 years old. He comes back as a 26-year-old, 27-year-old, and he may be a Lukaku. If you look at Lukaku when he was first at Chelsea, he wasn't great. So he had to go away and improve on his game. He's come back a better player. And that's what I expect with Tammy as well.
Yeah, spot on.
Yeah, another thing to add to that is I don't know whether you watched clips of that game that he played for with Roma, where they won 4-1.
I did.
Did you see the amount of space? The defense, the Fiorentina defense was playing such a high line.
Yep.
And all that. If you watch goals, even Lukaku's goals in Italy, there was so much space. You will never get that at the Premier League. You take a clip of the goal and the number of bodies in the way when Havertz scored, and then you compare it to some of the goals that were scored in that Roma game. It's miles apart. I wish him well, of course, but at this point in time, he's not Chelsea standard. He's not ready for.
Conor Gallagher. Tell me your thoughts on the man.
Top player.
Can I come in?
Go on, Kasim. Go on.
Yeah, it's a quick one about Tammy Abraham. I agree with you, mate. I never rated him as a Chelsea lover, really. He's Aston Villa, Everton. I don't think he worked hard for me as well, to be fair. But as Bobby said, if you see the Italian league, it's too much time and space there, mate. It's a completely different league. The Premier League is bang, is no time, no space. Can he do it here? I'm not sure. That's why he wasn't the main man for Chelsea, really. Regards Conor Gallagher, I really rate him highly. He works very hard. He's got good feet. I think Chelsea gonna call him back. If not this season, it'll be next season, because he's just doing it for Crystal. But he did it even for West Brom.
Sorry, Cass. I'm gonna stop you for 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Matt Law, 1 minute ago. Chelsea have until midnight to submit all the paperwork for Saul Niguez. No need for panic yet. All right. Apparently, the Griezmann deal has fallen through, but we are still able to go through with this. But we have until midnight. Listen, people, I'll be honest with you. I'm not gonna go to bed until I see what's gonna happen with Saul Niguez. So I'm gonna be streaming, and I'm gonna be staying up with you lot to see this, because I need to know. I need to know. So, all right, listen, because I'm not gonna go to bed, I think I deserve 200 likes. Come on, man. What's this? 189 likes. 189 likes. Come on, lads. Do us a favor. Let's do this. There's more than 250 people in the chat. 250 people in the chat, and I can't get 11, 12 likes. Oh, that's good. We're 194. 6 more likes, people. 6 more likes. Come on. We're going to stay here all night just for you guys, to give you peace of mind. Peace of mind.
I'm confused.
Go on, Bobby.
I'll tell you what. Barcelona are in. If that deal hasn't gone through, Barcelona, I don't know what's going to happen to that club, because I don't think they've still done the registration of Aguero, and they're waiting to free up space on their wage bill. And Griezmann was supposed to be part of that space. So if they haven't managed to offload Griezmann, that club is in humongous trouble. Yeah.
Trouble, yeah.
Big trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look where they were hoping to shop after getting rid of Griezmann.
Hold on. DJ, can you confirm this, mate? DJ, can you confirm this? Has he gone back?
No. Sorry, bro. I'm just looking at the moment on confirm what Griezmann back to Atletico. Confirm. Let me have a look, bro. Have a look now. Oh yeah, hold on.
I just saw a tweet 2 minutes ago that it's fallen through.
Yeah, it's also saying that the paperwork for Griezmann to Atletico Madrid has not been submitted in time.
It's fallen through. Yeah, it's fallen through.
Nizar Cancella's actually come out and said everyone's waiting on a sale to Chelsea to kickstart a chain. Griezmann to Atletico Madrid and Luke de Jong to Barcelona. It's just paperwork, but tense until it's done. From Nizar Cancella. So he's a tier one. So
yeah,
that's what I heard. I heard that Saul's the first deal.
So it's still on then?
It seems to still be on,
It's still on, yeah.
Yeah,
it's until they've got until midnight, literally.
Barca needs that deal big time. They will move heaven and earth to get that sorted.
Yeah, but
Griezmann he's got to get out of that club.
They have to get him out of that club, man. They need the wages to be freed up, man.
Yeah.
They need the wages to be freed up.
But I think Atletico is not going to pay Griezmann 800 million a week. That's for sure.
He'll take a cut to join them because he was there for a while, wasn't he? He's got an affiliation with the fans.
Oh, crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, Conor Gallagher.
People. Yeah, but Boogeyman, we are just under 300 people in the chat. Big up to everyone who has just joined the stream. Big up to you and thank you for choosing the Blue Lounge as your source of information, news on this deadline day stream. Big up to you all. Do us a favor. If you're new, subscribe. And if you enjoy the content, hit that like button. Boogeyman, I apologize for interrupting you.
No problem. I'm just going to say, I'm not sure if Palace is the right team for Conor Gallagher. He's talented, and I would like him to be like he fight a lot on the field. I can see that already. But
a lot of energy.
So yeah. I like more to see his dribbling ability be improved. But at Palace, I just think he's just going to be tackling, running, and shooting. And
no, I don't agree, man. I think
no. You're thinking of. You know what? You're looking at Roy Hodgson's Palace. This is not a Roy Hodgson Palace. This is now you're looking at a Patrick Vieira Palace, and Patrick Vieira plays in a different way. He plays possession style football. If you saw the way he played, was it Nice, and when he was in America as well, that's the sort of football he likes. Remember, he was at Manchester City for a couple of years, learning from Pep Guardiola before he went over to the States. So the sort of signings that Palace have made. They've signed ballers. They've bought that guy from Reading, who used to play on Chelsea's books. I might add, the youngster. What's his name? Black guy. I can't remember his name now. He was at Reading last season, anyway. But he's similar to Eze. He's similar to his style.
I forgot his name as well.
Yeah, he'll come back to me.
He's gone for 20 million, isn't it?
That's right. That's it. Yeah. But so they're going to be playing in a different style. So don't forget the David Moyes Brexit football, as some people like to call it. This is more progressive type of football.
Celtic, So
and Edouard has come in as well. Yeah.
And no, I think the team. I think this is maybe even the perfect move.
Elise is the guy.
Yeah, I think this is the perfect move for Gallagher because he's also going to be one of the main players in that team. And he's going to be scoring. And the way they play football, like a lot of people have been doubting Crystal Palace in general, thinking they're going to go down. I don't think they're going to go down. I think they just give it a month or two, and I think they're going to be an interesting team to watch. And Conor Gallagher is going to be the main one of the main players in that team. So actually, I couldn't even maybe a Leeds maybe could have been a good move for him, but I couldn't think of any other club that maybe.
That's crazy. Sorry, guys. I was just listening to Cavi on Sky Sport. Everybody has signed. Yeah, it's Atletico. They haven't uploaded the paperwork because they're waiting for the Griezmann's deal. So the whole thing hinges on the Griezmann deal, and it looks like that paperwork hasn't been submitted in time or something like that. I don't know. So everyone's waiting. The players waiting. Chelsea's waiting. It's a bit of a mess at the moment.
Nazar Kinsella just confirms what you're just saying, Bobby. Everyone's waiting on Saul to Chelsea to kickstart a chain. Griezmann to Atletico Madrid and Luke de Jong to Barcelona. It's just paperwork, but tense until it's done. And also, this is what you were talking about in regards to Sky News. Saul Niguez to Chelsea is touch and go. So it's still tense. It's still tense, lads.
But isn't it up to really to us to do it? Because if we get Saul over the line, then Atletico Madrid can get Griezmann because they're the wages, and then the other deal. So it's actually
we've done all we can. Everybody's signed. Even Atletico's signed. They just have to upload the paperwork, and they're holding on until they're sure of the Griezmann deal. They've signed the paperwork. It's out of our hands.
It's Saul and Griezmann. They don't play the same position. What is going on there?
I have no
just a question.
idea.
It seems like
confused.
a pretty simple thing to solve. You know what I mean? Like, Saul goes and then Griezmann comes.
Listen, man.
It doesn't seem. Oh,
we were good before Saul. We'll be good after Saul.
I'll be honest with you. I think Saul coming to Chelsea is a must for a successful season. I think we will still have a good season. We will have a good season, but having Saul will give us that much
extra confidence.
Exactly. And he's a good player.
Big name, big profile as well.
Yeah. And
so
Cassie was saying
about
his price tag. He had a massive price tag a couple of seasons ago. So he's a high profile player. He's a high profile player.
Actually, I think 2 years ago Manchester United was going for 90 something.
90 million, yeah.
Even 100 million 2 years ago, and then nothing after that. So,
apparently, the latest from Di Marzio is that Atletico, Barcelona, and Sevilla and Chelsea are waiting for La Liga's decision.
All right, yeah, it's back
to
on.
see if the deals have come through on time.
It's back on. I'm just trying to hear what they're saying. It was on.
Right, it's done. It's all done. It's done.
Right.
Confirmed.
Well,
Yeah.
Confirmed by
Where'd
Chelsea.
you get that from?
By Sky News. 30 seconds ago.
I'm watching them. Oh, right. That's Sky News.
Saul Niguez to Chelsea is all done. He will join the Blues. Sky News.
Excellent. What great news.
You got it, lads.
Wow,
for that breaking bit of news, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Saul is back.
Smash it. Come on.
Saul is back. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. If you're happy, smash that like button.
That just shows how transfer is complicated.
Go on, Max.
Come on, Max.
No, here's the sound. Let me turn on Sky. I've rewound it. So let's listen to Saba Kovačić, whatever his name is. Can you hear my TV? Can you hear it?
Carve.
Let me turn it up. Carve, yeah.
Hang on, let me turn mine down.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Guys? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it going to be done? I've just got a message back from them saying the deal is all done. He says the deal is done. Sound Chelsea. I went back to him and said, are you sure Saul Niguez going to Chelsea? He's come back to me, yes, and 4 emoji.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, it is all done. He is going to Chelsea. Obviously, this is involved in the negotiations from the Spanish side of the deal. And what I told you a few minutes ago is that as far as Chelsea's end is concerned, the players' side is concerned, it is all agreed. We were worried that it might not be uploaded in time, but this once Saul's telling me that it is done and he will be coming to Chelsea. Obviously, I've got to go and make a few more phone calls to get stood up by some more sources as well. But real quickly, then it looked like it was off. Now it looks like it is back on.
There you go.
Yeah, but apparently the other deals are not so close.
Do we care?
No. Okay. Okay.
How do you stand?
Thanks, Bobby. I was going to say, who cares anymore?
You know what? I'm absolutely buzzing. I think that is successful transfer window because Saul is just. I know it's too early to speak about his ability in regards to the Premier League, but he's just big profile. The player around him is going to be comfortable, confident, and looking at him, and he's just a very, very good deal. And if it didn't work out, just send him back home.
But you know what? I haven't seen him hold up.
It is a good deal, but not very, very, very good, man. It's a good deal.
I haven't seen him hold up the shirt yet, so I'm not going to take him out.
That's true as well.
Congrats, guys, but I have to go. But it was a pleasure being here.
Yo, take it easy.
Julius,
Cheers,
thank you for being here. It's been fantastic. It's been a fantastic evening. I think we're gonna conclude the stream in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Go on, Max.
Apparently, Barcelona have been given an extra 20 minutes to complete the deals for Antoine Griezmann and Luke de Jong. So I think that's why there was actually sent off the paperwork now.
But you know what, guys? It just shows one thing. You know how
Julius,
low. Take care, Julius. I was just going to say, it just shows how low Barcelona have gone. I mean, Luke de Jong, man, this guy was at Newcastle, yeah? and now he's going to Barcelona, mate. I mean, come on.
You know what? But DJ, that's what I was saying before. That's what I was saying before.
Weird.
If we went down that route, that model, people may be laughing at us in 5 or 6 years' time, saying that we're going for Robbie Savage and Peter Crouch or someone like that, because we've done bad business. That's why we need to have.
We've been there already with Zappa Costa.
We have,
and Winston Bogard back in the days.
And we could be going down that road again. That's why we need to be sensible and not just go for the demands of any, all the selling clubs. Of Barcelona made that problem of spending big wages. Did you hear? Even some of their players like who's that? Braithwaite. He's on about 300,000 a week or something. It's not. So it's not only their top players; it's their average players as well on big money.
And to be fair, although we seem to sell a lot of our players off cheap.
Fabrizio Romano. Sorry, Bob. Saul to Chelsea is done deal, all set to be completed between Atleti and Chelsea. Let's see now what happens with Griezmann and Luke de Jong live on Twitch channel now. Guys, if you want to go and watch Fabrizio Romano, you can. We're about to...
this is a free channel, though, this one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's free. It's free. Yeah. It's free. Yeah, it's free.
I was just going to say, man.
But when you do... If you do go, just say you came from the Blue Lounge. Just put a little plug in there for me, but... We'll be here for another 5-10 minutes. Go on, Bobby.
If you let me talk. I was just going to say, and you'd like to hear this one. This is why, we have sold a lot of players very cheap, but it was very important to, 1, get them off the books, 2, get the money in. And the cumulatives that we've made from all these sales have kept us financially buoyant and not stripped by the transfers. So looking at it from a financial point of view, it's been a good transfer window because we've brought in our needs and we've not overspent and put ourselves in a risky situation, although we were never going to be there because we do have quite a bit in reserve. So financially,
made a profit.
We've done well financially. I'm not too sure what Arsenal's done. I don't care. I'm not even sure what Man United have done. But
director sporting or whatever. His name is Edu, right? So
all I got to say is a big shout out to Marina Granovskaia for doing it all by herself, man.
Yeah, she made it all happen. Even getting the money out of her purse and paying for the players and everything.
Listen, people.
I'm going to do a boogeyman here and be a bit negative.
Go on, Max.
I think Marina out because we didn't get rid of Ross Barkley.
But that is not doing boogeyman. That's actually a good way of thinking, man. Marina out. What is Barkley still doing in the team, man?
I think he's gone,
The interesting thing about no, he's not. Burnley wanted him, Bobby, but for some reason or other, he turned down the move to Burnley. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens to Ross Barkley because he's not going to get into this Chelsea team. Yeah, he's just going to be sitting around. I'm doing another probably Bogart picking up wages. Or he could run somewhere. Yeah, or like Drinkwater, mate. The good thing about Drinkwater's situation, I think he's going to go for I think it's his last year, and then I think he's off the wage bill next season, isn't he? He's done. So he can go on a free next season to wherever he wants to go.
How many years Barkley has on his deal left? How many years
Barkley?
I
think
about
it's
2 years.
2 years. 2 years, I think, yeah.
And Matt Law's also come out and said sales 100% done, so another tier 1 confirming it.
Yeah.
Which is good. But mind you, Ross Barkley can actually join the Championship club, can't he?
That's right. He can do.
Well, if he turned down Burnley,
West Bromwich Albion or something like that.
I think he linked out to Newcastle, but they went to go Wallach from Arsenal, I think.
Yeah. Or can he go to Turkey as well? I think there's some clubs.
This guy just thinks that
abroad
he's
as
so
well.
good, man, that he can't play at those
Oh.
clubs.
He's
Russia,
actually
possibly,
good.
guys.
I don't mind.
Russia, because the transfer window doesn't close until
Russia,
September the
that's right.
7th.
Yeah,
There,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, thank you for bringing Russia. What's happening to Chino again? Someone need to confirm me that thing.
Yeah,
Doesn't
Tino's
make
gone.
any sense to my brain. Is it gone? Yes or no?
Yeah, well, he's on a permanent for 17 million with an option to buy back.
For 39.
What kind of,
Who's gone? Who's
what
gone?
kind of a joke deal is that?
Tino
Tino
Anjorin.
Anjorin.
Yeah, why? Why?
Well,
Listen,
It doesn't
the
make
Tino,
any
the,
sense to
Tino, the
anybody.
Tino Anjorin deal, the Tino Anjorin deal is a little bit of a tricky one because there's a lot of talk about it not being quite over, a legitimate thing. There's like
I think it's a thing, Abramovic thing.
yeah,
mates.
yeah, it's a little bit of a financial convenience type.
He's
of
gone
thing.
out on loan or is he been bought?
No, not permanent
Bought.
sale.
For how much?
17 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why Russian? Why?
That's why I think it's a favour for Abramovic's mate. It
Yeah, but
sounds a
then I
bit
don't
fishy.
understand. How can someone be forced to go to a season or a country or whatever or a championship that you don't like? It doesn't make any sense.
he couldn't have been forced. I mean,
Yeah, he wouldn't go against his will.
He chose
There
to.
must have been incentives. There must have been incentives there.
Yeah. Is there a buyback option, did you say?
Yeah,
There is,
40
there is,
million.
40 million.
Yeah, but he's
So
never
again,
going to improve in Russia. Who? Oh God, man.
Someone's telling me Ross Barkley wants to play in the African Cup of Nations for Nigeria.
Oh.
You guys kidding me now?
This is real. This is real.
He can.
Hasn't he played for
His
England
grandfather.
competitively? But he's played
Really?
He's got a
competitively.
grandparent that's Nigerian, isn't he?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what England.
No, but he's played a certain amount of competitive games for England, so he can't switch.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
yeah.
mad.
I think you can if you play before you're
And
21.
we're Nigerian. We don't need him.
Before you're 21, that's why.
Yeah, before you're 21. Yeah.
I think that's why Callum Hudson-Odoi doesn't play for the under 21s anymore because he wants to wait to see what's happening. They may
See his
join
options.
Ghana. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Listen, Victoria's done. I have two types of stream on my channel. I have open streams, and I have a selected panelist streams. This one is a selected panelist stream. In the future, if I do open streams, there will be a link in the chat for you to click on and to jump on. So we will have you on in the future streams. So make sure you subscribe, and I'll probably have a stream in the next couple of days that will be open for everyone. Anyway, thanks for your donation, much appreciated.
John Sterling,
Listen,
2-year loan to Blackpool.
Yes, I saw that one.
I think
I wish him
Egypt
well,
is
actually.
ready for
I think-
Premier League. He should be playing Premier League because I've seen
That
him
guy's
in-
come back strong, I thought. Yeah.
You know, he signed a new contract, don't you, John Sterling, before he went?
Yeah,
Yeah, but only 2 years.
Yeah.
3-year contract.
3-year contract.
I think to 2023, if I read it properly. So that's 2
Yeah.
years, right?
And Ampadu signed a contract as well before he went.
I think it was sorry, I'm getting confused. I think Ampadu signed a 3-year contract. Yeah, and Dujon 2 years.
2000, 2 years,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
lads, I need to go to sleep, man. Go on, Boogeyman.
I have a last question. The academic that went to Leeds, he hasn't played any game for Leeds yet, right? His name is something based.
Lewis Bates.
Lewis Bates.
He was always going to be part of their development squad. So and I think the reason why he chose them, although that he was going from one development squad to another development squad, was because he found the pathway to their team was a lot easier than the pathway into Chelsea's first team.
Okay, so he has to go into the development squad. Who's not good? Okay.
Listen,
How did he find that, Max?
hold on. Right, Max, listen, we're never gonna stop. I know. You guys are trolling me.
Seriously, bro.
Listen. You know what? I'm gonna start banning the panelists off my stream, man. I'll start with Boogeyman and Bobby. Ban you two. No, for real.
Then
No,
you will lose half of your audience there.
And I'll gain a few. I mean, these dislikes that I've been getting. I got 4 dislikes now. Come on, man. 4 dislikes. Are you serious?
That's probably me.
In the core media, I'm doing the. It's a nice haircut.
Max,
I'm doing
Max,
the Anthony Taylor look. So.
Yeah. No, but listen, Max is the positive side of the bold spectrum. I mean, there's bold that are anti-Chelsea and there's bold that are pro-Chelsea. Max is pro-Chelsea. Anyway, people, thank you all for being here. Listen, seriously, everyone who's been part of this panel, you guys have been fantastic. Everyone that's been here has been fantastic. We had a few others who came and went. Jem was here, Julius was here, Mo was here, and Eric was here. A few people came and now they've gone. We will have them back in future streams. Everyone that's new to the Blue Lounge, this is a Chelsea dedicated channel. We cover all that is Chelsea, from matches to transfers to news. We have debates on the regular, literally every other day, if not every day. I've got a few things lined up. I've got some big things lined up. But I'll probably be streaming in a couple of days. But I've got some really interesting things lined up. I can't go into details right now until we get closer to those dates. So big up to everyone for being here. It's been a fantastic transfer window. We made a lot of sales. We made a couple of good acquisitions. And we've got a big season ahead of us where we should be getting some more trophies. We started with the Super Cup. Hopefully we'll get more trophies. I know Max is dying to jump in, but Max, if I give you 5 minutes, everybody else is going to jump in.
No. All I was going to say is that obviously you're the host of the show, but what I was going to say is perhaps go around the panel and just one word, how we rate out of 10 the window, maybe each one. Just don't explain it. Just say.
You start. You start. Max.
8
Max,
out of 10 for me. 8 out of 10.
Max, 8 out of 10. DJ Sam.
Well, for us, you mean for Chelsea, or generally, or just in general?
No, Chelsea.
Oh, Chelsea. For me, it is probably. I'd say I'm going to go for 8 out of 10.
Cheers, Alex.
7.
Max, you started me on this path, man. Why 7? Why 7? Why 7, man? Seriously, 7? I need to know now. I need to know. I need Max.
Sorry.
Go on, Alex.
9 out of 10 then.
I'll sleep tomorrow. Go on, Alex. Let me know.
I don't know, man. I just think maybe you could have got 1 or 2 more players, and the whole summer, how we were meant to get Haaland and then it never happened. Like, I don't know. Okay, Lukaku's a good striker, but, anyways, that's the past. But yeah, no, it's been a good transfer window. But I'll give a 7. I think, between 7 and 8. But it's been a good transfer window from me.
Yeah, I can live with 8. Victoria's done. Yes, we do have a membership program. At this point in time, all I give you is emojis. There's a couple of emojis that you can get access to by joining the membership program. Hopefully, there'll be more content in the future. But right now, for $2.99 a month, you get a couple of emojis. Saul has been added to the emoji list, so enjoy it. Bobby, how do you rate this window?
I say 7 out of 10. And if you want to know why, it's because I think we've done exactly what we're supposed to do. No more, no less.
All right. Fantastic. I'm dreading to ask Boogeyman, so I'll leave him last. Kasim, how do you rate this window?
Yeah, 7.5 to 8, because it'd be 10 out of 10 if we got Condi though. But I'm very, very happy with the transfer window, I am. Because I think Chelsea addressed the issue we had. The goal scorer, obviously 2 injury, number 6 midfielder, they replace him with Saul now. So the back 4 or back 5 is great. The goalkeeper situation is great. So I think I'm quite happy actually. If we didn't get Saul, I'd be probably not happy because the 2 injury. But I am quite happy. 7.5 to 8 out of 10, absolutely.
All right, cheers. Victoria's done. Thank you for joining the membership program. Much appreciated. Boogeyman, let me hear it.
Listen, am I happy with these windows? No. Am I okay with it? Yes. So I will give them 5. If you want more details, I'll give you more details.
No.
Oh, seriously.
If you want more details,
Boogeyman had to come out with something
He
completely.
does this on purpose. I swear.
if you want 2 minutes or 1 minute detail, I'll give you that detail. But that's
You know what? I couldn't care less, mate. At this point, no, I'm kidding. Boogeyman, let me have it. Go on.
Listen, we have a team who the EPL is getting more physical, and we decided to let Zuma go. So for me, it just showed that we weaken our defensive line. It's just not acceptable for me. I know we fixed the midfield. I know we fixed our attack, but we should have never touched the harmony in our defense line. The fact that Zuma moved on and we didn't replace it with a more physical or anybody, it just told me that we weaken our team compared to what we had last season. So am I happy? No. Am I okay? Yeah. So the only reason is Zuma leaving our team. When EPL is allowed defender to actually tackling, to actually beat up people, a player on the field without giving a yellow card, that's when we let Zuma go, which doesn't make any sense to me.
1 second, let me just look at this.
Can you believe PSG still bought another player? Oh my God.
That is the Chelsea Twitter account at the moment. So
So-
they're teasing. They're going to be announcing it soon, also.
All right, so what we doing? We're waiting. Are you serious? Are we waiting? Are we waiting? I don't know. Hey.
It's just complete or something.
All right, listen. We've got 260 people in the chat. All right, if you guys smash it to make it 300 within the next 2 minutes, we will continue the stream. If you can make it to 300 likes in the space of the next 2 minutes, we'll continue the stream. Otherwise, I need to get some sleep. I literally need to get some sleep.
Let's just put it out there.
You got 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes, guys. Make it 300 likes. We'll continue. Otherwise, I'm going to bed.
So
Go on,
do
William.
anyone think our team today is we have a more stable team than last year's season? Or at least the team that finished the season last year. Do we think we have a better team now?
Yeah.
I mean, Lukaku.
Wait. No. Hold on, Alex. I'll let you jump in, but first, I just wanna give my voice and my vote with Boogeyman on this, because I agree with Boogeyman in respect to Kurt Zouma. I am against the sale of Kurt Zouma. I think the price we got for him is okay. Could have been more, but it's okay. I'm content with the price. But did we really need to sell him? That I don't think we needed. I don't think we needed to sell Kurt Zouma. What he adds to the dressing room, what he adds to the team, what he adds as an option, I think we're gonna be missing him. Right now, we haven't signed another centre back. By the way, Malang Sarr is still about. We didn't loan him. Malang Sarr is still at Chelsea, so he's a player that is still. Yeah, but Miamba is a bit young. Malang Sarr is.
We've got Chalobah.
No, Chalobah's there. But the point I'm trying to make is we do have depth in defense. But I think what Zuma offers in respect to his presence in the box, his heading, he was almost our top goal scorer last season. So I think that might have been a little bit of an error on our behalf. Alex, I cut you off, mate. Let me hear your
Sorry,
thoughts.
before you do, Mo, just go to bring up the Chelsea Twitter page.
One second. By the way, you guys hit 300. I can't believe you guys are hitting 300. I ain't
Yeah, bring
sleeping.
up the Twitter
I ain't sleeping.
page and play the Chelsea Twitter one they just tweeted.
These
Couple
people
of
just want us
minutes
not
ago.
to go to sleep, man.
Yeah,
No
I know,
sleep
I
today,
know.
bro. No sleep today.
Hit 500 and we will sleep.
Lads, this I think this is something worthwhile. All right, listen.
Yep.
Let's reach 8,000 subscribers while we're at it. You know what I mean? All right, this is the
It's up
The
on
Chelsea
yellow
Twitter.
lights. Sky.
Look at this.
Oh,
Now,
here
look
we
at
go,
this.
here we
This
go.
is great. Make
Chelsea
it bigger.
signed. They've actually signed Saul Niguez.
Hold on, hold on. Is
Here we go. Here we go.
Is the music copyrighted?
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's done.
Okay, yeah, that's done.
All right, I'll play the music. Hopefully it's not copyrighted.
Yeah,
Watch it again?
We have.
Let's watch it again.
No, that's amazing.
That's the one they wanted to do for Kunde,
But
wasn't it?
you know the one for them doesn't make sense sometimes. How do they get the time to know that he's signed to do all that?
They've
They
prepared
probably
it
know
already.
already, you know.
No, they prepared it.
Prepared it,
already.
yeah, just in case.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
Listen. I can do that in 5 minutes.
Can you? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No biggie.
So, Alex, you were going to say something about the Zuma.
No.
If you're watching Sky, it's up there as well.
Have you guys heard what he's actually said, Saul Niguez?
What's he said?
No.
He's basically said, Sal, I'm very excited to start this new challenge at Chelsea. Blues fans, I'm one of you now. I can't wait to wear the shirt, start training, and see you all soon. See all of you. See you soon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd
I'll
like
have
to-
that.
I'd like to hear that.
Yeah, I've got some. I've got something that Bobby would be very interested to see.
Oh no.
Marina Granovskaia on Saul Niguez.
Oh, that's coming, you know.
Welcome Saul to the club and believe. We welcome Saul to the club and we believe that he will complete our squad as we compete for honours in 5 different competitions this season. Marina Granovskaia, the Iron Lady herself, we love you.
I'm not a hater though.
Listen, she can take a punch.
But you know what's good about this? You know what's good about this deal as well? Both Manchester United and Liverpool were after his signature as well this season. And we came to Chelsea.
I don't think Manchester United was it.
They were.
They were very much.
They were. And Liverpool.
Okay, not good. Okay.
Very much.
And
so
I
they
think
were.
Man City as well.
I don't know about
Man
Man
City-
City, but I know Man United.
I know Man
really
United were.
I
and,
know Bab was after him, and after that he cooled down, and after that mentioned a bit to Liverpool and Man United.
DJ, do me a favour.
Yeah.
Can you give me an update on Ruben Loftus-Cheek? See if there's anything.
Yeah, let's have a look.
He's in the squad, isn't he?
He's still in the squad, I think.
I think
Yeah.
so. I think
He's
so.
even got a number and everything.
Baggy, should we answer Victoria Don's one? 11:48 one. 11:48 post.
Here we go. Guys, answer me this. What's your opinion on which team in the Prem has the most depth?
Chelsea and Man City for me.
Can't rule out
Chelsea.
Man United.
Chelsea,
Man
I'd say.
United looking good as well.
Man
Can I
United.
just,
United looking good.
can I just
Even
talk
Liverpool.
about Man? Can I just say a few things?
Go on, Max. Go on.
Let's
Take
make
away.
a point,
Take
mate.
away, Max.
For me, I think they're quite an unbalanced squad. Attacking wise, they're second to none. They've got so many players in that position, but they are still lacking for me a decent holding midfielder, and that's where they're going to come unstuck this season. If you look at what happened against Wolves, destroyed them the other day. It was for better finishing. Wolves should have won that game 2-3-0. You know, when Pogba plays as as one of the two in the sixes, they fall apart. Pogba's best position, I think, is coming off the left where he's got a free roll. Okay, now that they've signed Ronaldo and they've also got the likes of what's the other, Fernandes in their side and others, Pogba's not going to be playing off the left anymore, especially when Sancho integrates into the team as well. So Pogba's going to be playing as one of the two, and I think the balance of that side isn't great as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, when Rashford is back as well, he plays in the left, so that is going to push Pogba back to the double pivot. So, and obviously, I agree with you. I think Man United lacking CDM.
They've still got McTominay
yeah,
and
exactly.
Matic.
He's injured.
You know,
Matic is finished as a player. He's not the
Really?
player he once was. Yeah, have you
But-
seen him recently?
Well, they've still got him.
Have
He's
you
not
guys
very
been
mobile.
watching the South America Championship or when they play with? Fred is a really good player. Well, I watched the Brazil games. Fred is a really good player. I just think they're going to gel. And at one point, with all those new players they have, when they gel, they're going to be like title contenders. So I just don't understand all this about Manchester United not being balanced.
Bogeyman, I don't think he's good enough for the Premier League. I think he's a good squad player. I don't think he's good enough. He was very, very. I think Man United against Southampton and Wolves, they were absolutely lucky. I don't think they played very well.
You
And,
talk to any Man United fans, and they all say that the only thing they need now is a Jorginho type of player. You can,
Yes.
control the
We
play from the
need
back.
Jorginho, of course. Everybody needs Jorginho. They can shut up.
No, but
Sorry.
that's what they're missing. But who knows, man? Having Ronaldo in their team, it's gonna...
Yeah, but that's the difference, guys, between us, Chelsea, and Man United, because they saying they have that issue with the number 6, and they're not addressing it. And Chelsea got out there when the two injured players of Kante and Jorginho, and straight away got on the gas, and that is a different. Chelsea will win the league, hopefully, because Man United just go for marquee names players. That's different.
Yeah, but that's a big team stuff.
Yeah, they're stockpiling. They're stockpiling players. Donny van de Beek is still
lads, I'm serious, yeah. But this lad needs to get some sleep. This lad needs to get some sleep. Look at him. Come on.
Tomorrow,
Alex.
And I started this.
Alex, answer the question, then you can move on. Do you think we have a better team now compared to last season?
It's gonna go. Hey.
No, we do. We signed a striker, which we didn't have.
Alex, how do you rate this transfer window, mate? How do you rate it out of 10? Out of 10, seriously. How do you rate this?
10. There we go. 10.
Look, guys, Alex is half asleep. I need some sleep, so I need to disappear. So I will see you guys.
Yeah. No, Max, before you go. What's going on? I'm hearing someone's having a heart attack. Listen, before you go, I'm going to give you all 2 minutes final statements. We'll sign out properly like we always do. So I'll start with Bobby. Then we'll go around. I'll let Max go last because he's the one that came up with the idea of the transfer. How do you get the transfer window? So I'm keeping it to the end. So we'll start with Bobby. Closing statement, Bobby, on this transfer window and where we are. 2 minutes. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think I'm satisfied with this transfer window. I know I'm a villain because I won't hero worship Marina. I don't believe in that sort of thing. I think the transfer, the board, and indeed the transfer team, and especially our owner, have a lot to also share in whatever good we've done, just as much as they take certain responsibility in some of the bad, if you can call anything bad, that's happened. But I think we've done well. The way we walked away from the toxicity of the Haaland deal was very impressive. The fact that we have solved the midfield problem, hopefully, by bringing in a fourth midfielder is vital. And we needed a striker, and we did that. So we can't complain. Jules Koundé apparently could have been the icing on the cake, but I think we can make that move in January. I really do.
Fantastic. Malvin says 8 out of 10. Yeah, it's a good window. Bobby, appreciate your support, appreciate your points of view, appreciate your feedback. Get some sleep, and we'll be back here in a couple of days. Good night, my
thanks,
man.
guys. Thanks for having me. I'm not a hater.
We know. Good night, Bobby.
Good night,
Thank you, my man.
good night,
Cheers, mate. Good night. Kasim, give me your 2 minutes on the transfer window, my man.
I'm buzzing, man. I'm absolutely happy. And people need to just back off Marina, man. She's doing a great job, and that obviously the owner is fantastic as well. I'm optimistic. Chelsea gonna win a few trophies. I think I think the priority for Tuchel is gonna be the Premier League because he won already the Champions League. So I think his priority going to be in the Premier League, and I think he's going to win it. I'm absolutely buzzing. I'm quite happy with the transfer, and thanks Mo for having me. And I'll speak to you guys soon.
Thank you, Kasim. Always a pleasure.
Take care.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Take care, my man.
mate.
Take care.
Good
Bye.
night. Good night. Bye bye.
Cheers.
Bye bye, Kasim. Yeah, we're getting a lot of 9 out of 10, 7 out of 8. I don't know what Matt
7 to 8 out of 10, I think it is.
Oh, 7 to 8 out of 10. All right, Matt. Yeah, no, it's been a good window. It's been a good window. Who should I go? I'll go with Alex. He looks tired. Alex, give me your final 2 minutes on this transfer window, my man.
Yeah, good. Look, we need a striker, and we got a striker. You know, we just needed someone who's going to finish our chances, and you know, I have this aura of happiness and of confidence in our squad at the moment. There's no one negative thing that I can think that about this squad. You know, for example, even before Tuchel had come in, or just even during Tuchel's era, maybe some of the centre backs I was worried of, but now I feel so confident with the back line. The midfield looks good, and the attack is just going to improve. And having Thomas Tuchel on the at the reins of everything is so positive, and yeah, onwards and upwards, and I'm really looking forward to this season, not just from a Chelsea point of view, but just the whole kind of perspective from the other leagues, and seeing what's going to happen in the Premier League and in the Champions League this season. I think it's going to be a very eventful season to come.
Cheers, Alex. Fantastic.
Take
Listen,
care.
you've been away for a while. You're back, and you clocked in 3.5 hours. It's a good shift, my man.
Yeah.
Cheers,
yeah,
Alex.
I had to.
Thank
No,
you. Thanks, brother. We'll see you again. Take care, my man. Good night.
Cheers,
Good night.
Alex.
Listen, Matt, I would change the battery, but it's not my fire alarm. This is not my place. I'm here temporarily for a little bit. This isn't my normal surroundings. So it is where it is, man. I've got my fire alarm works all right, but this one is a bit buggered anyway. So I hope it hasn't been bothering you too much. Boogeyman, I normally leave you to the end, but I'm gonna save it for Max. So let me hear your 2 minutes on this transfer window.
It was an okay transfer window. That's what I think. And listen, I listened to a lot of Arsenal fan, Manchester United fan, Tottenham fan. None of them look happy. They don't seem even to like what's going on right now. And I'm happy to be Chelsea fan. And so pretty much the reason why we went to the market is get a striker. And during the transfer windows, we noticed we need help in the midfield. We got our midfield in. I'm not happy with the situation with Zuma, but guess what? You cannot have it all. So I will just let this one slide and be happy about it. But again, the biggest transfer we've done is Tuchel being signed in Chelsea. I don't really care anymore, and I'm just happy that we have a coach that actually gel with Chelsea's system and Chelsea, all the players. Because that, as if we didn't have Tuchel, we will all be scrapping our head right now and be all frustrated with who we need to sign, who has to do the job, and who doesn't, and what. So let's just give the man another season and see what he pull out, and hopefully 3 cup, the EPL included, and I'll be really happy for the entire season. So I have no much to say. You guys know what I think. At the end of the day, I'm satisfied of being Chelsea fan. So I think that's all I can say now.
Yeah, no. Good window, good season coming. Good window, good season coming. I'm positive, and we need to have some positivity. I know sometimes it's hard to have some positivity, but I think we'll manage to squeeze in some positivity.
I'll try my best. I cannot promise, but I'll try my best. I cannot promise.
Boogeyman. Like I said before, you need to have all kinds of perspectives, and sometimes critical thinking and having a critical perspective on things is not necessarily negative. It might be perceived as negative, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's negative. Always good to have your feedback. Always good to hear your point of view, mate. Appreciate you. Thank you. Have a good night.
Cheers, Max.
Take care, everyone. Take care.
Take care,
Good
man.
night.
Bye.
Good night. Victorious Don. My next open stream, I'm not sure. I know you don't have Twitter. I've been reading the chat, but you need to subscribe to me or follow me on Twitter, because that's where I normally send out the link to the private panel. I've had a couple of problems recently with panelists when I've had open streams, so I probably won't have an open stream for quite some time. So either follow me on Instagram or on Twitter, and it's the at the Blue Lounge. That's it. At the Blue Lounge. It's just as it's written down on the screen. So follow me on there, and I will send you a link. Just send me a message telling me it's you, and I will send you a link. No, I'm not giving you my WhatsApp number. That's not gonna happen. Yeah. All right. So DJ Sav, let's hear it, man.
Listen, guys, it's been an excellent stream. First of all, obviously it's a pleasure being on your show, Mo. As for our window, I'm still going to say 8 out of 10. I think we got what we needed to get. I think, obviously, with Zuma going, we didn't get Koundé over the line. But hey, like Bobby said, there's always January. But Lukaku's been done. Our goalkeeper Bettinelli's been done, and now obviously Saul Niguez has been done. So overall, I'm satisfied. I'm happy. I think we've got a squad still there to compete on all fronts. For me, as much as I want the Premiership, yes, but I want that World Club. I want that World Club tournament. I really want that trophy. That is the one trophy that is missing in our cabinet, and I really hope we can go all out and get it. So overall, satisfied. Happy with Thomas Tuchel. I was happy when we actually appointed him as our manager. May it long continue. May he stay at Chelsea for as long as we possibly can keep the guy at Chelsea for. And I'm happy. Generally, I'm happy. It's onwards and upwards, up the Chelsea. And here we go. That's all I'll say. And as always, it's a pleasure speaking to you all. As always, Max. Good night to you, mate. As well. Regards to the family as well. And you guys all take care. Yeah. And everyone in the comment section, please smash the like button, like the stream, share it, and big up to you all. And good night.
Big up, DJ. Big up, DJ. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you, mate.
Take care, bro.
Appreciate
no
you. Good night, mate. I'll see you again. Thank you. Cheers, DJ. Good night. Wow. It's only me and Max left. Me and Max. Max.
Yeah.
Fantastic window.
It's been a good window. Yeah. Just want to address something in the chat by Atham33. He's asking who Chelsea signed on deadline day. Probably came a bit late. We signed Saul, and that was it. So that's our signing is complete. So in all, we've signed Bettinelli, who's the backup goalkeeper, to replace Caballero. We've identified we've got in a striker in Lukaku, and that was a missing piece in the jigsaw. Even if we just got Lukaku and nobody else, that would still have been a 6 or 7 out of 10 window to complement our squad, because that's the one position that we needed to fill. Adding in Saul was good because obviously with Billy Gilmore going, getting in another midfield body was great business. Like you guys, I'm not that gutted about Zuma. I like Zuma, but for me, the fact that we didn't get in Koundé, if we, when you look at Silva's a bit older, he hasn't been playing as much. A couple of injuries in the defensive area, we may come unstuck a bit. But having said that, I think in the main, it's a balanced squad, really good squad. The opposition are getting worried as well, because I was reading a tweet earlier by this guy, Grizz Khan, I think he's a Liverpool supporter, and he says Chelsea now have the most complete squad in the Premier League, in my opinion. If they don't win the Premier League, then it should be deemed a failure. So he's obviously trying to add pressure on
psychology.
Yeah, it's psychology, but others are worried about us, and that's good. I did say if Manchester City didn't sign Kane, I'll put us as favourites to win the league. Even with the business that Manchester United have been doing, I still think that we are in a good position to win the league with the signings that we've made. Saul can only improve on that. specifically is from a tactical viewpoint and the fact that he can score goals from deep. That's given us, okay, we've lost Zuma who scores, set piece goals or whatever, but that we've gained someone in Saul who can score from range, somebody we haven't got in our side. And I know Ziyech can do it now and again, but hopefully Saul can add that. And plus, 6 foot, he's good in the air. I've seen him score from set plays as well. So he's going to give us that goal scoring threat as well as that defensive threat. So we've got probably one of the best, or one of the best 3 managers in the league as well. So it's there. I think it's out of 3 teams, and Chelsea are going to be well in the mix to win the league this season with the signings that we made.
I concur. No, I agree. This window has been good. Had we not signed Lukaku and Saul, I think it would have been difficult for us to have any real success this window. I think with Lukaku, we ensured some success. With Saul, I think we're pretty much guaranteed it right now. I know it's a little bit wishful thinking, and maybe I'm being too positive, but I do believe Saul does add a lot to the team. And I think the squad is a lot better with Saul in it. So, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens after this international break, which, is going to be a good time for Chelsea. Max, thank you for coming on. Always a pleasure to have you on. And I will see you in my next stream. Appreciate you. Have a good night. And, get some sleep, mate. Get some sleep.
Yeah. Cheers. See you later,
Cheers,
guys.
Max.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye, Max. Bye-bye. Good night. People, we have had a marathon of a stream. Thanks to everyone who's taken part. Thanks to everyone who's joined, who's commented, who's liked, and who's subscribed. We've had a few subscribers in the stream. So big up to everyone. I will be streaming maybe tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then day after. I'm going to be doing streams every other day up until the end of the international break. But it's been fantastic. Saul Niguez, welcome to the pride of London. Saul Niguez, welcome to the best team in London, the best team in the capital, and hopefully the new Premier League champions. We are the European champions. Hopefully, we will also be the new Premier League champions. Thanks to everyone who's taken part, and again, it's been a long one. Listen, people, on your way out, I'd appreciate you if you can hit the like button as you are leaving, and I will see you in my next stream. Have a good night, lads. Peace.